Oh, yeah.
What happened to your sheriff?
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
It's going to be hell on earth. These little incel boys are out of control. They got their MAGA hats on. They are ready. Rape culture is back, baby.
I want what you white hoes get, and I want it today, ASAP, not tomorrow.
Beauté de paysage enflamme mon destin. Les airs d'autrefois déclinaient les saisons. Aux innombrables voix ont écrit ma chanson. Je grave les images des souvenirs beauté de paysage enflamme mon destin. Les airs d'autrefois déclinaient les saisons. Aux innombrables voix ont écrit ma chanson. Time to take a chance to fly, feeling like I'm 10 feet high. Nightmares call, you can't deny. Better find a place to hide. Here to tell you what I know. No one wants to be alone. Like a virus in your soul. Don't give up, please take. Time to take a chance to fly. Feeling like I'm 10 feet high. Nightmares call, you can't deny. Better find a place to hide.
We are back. Is this thing on? Can you even hear me? Am I really back?
Hey, you know what? Let me hit that.
Got a lot of fun stuff I wanted to go
I can
over
handle
today. Mostly like red pillish kind of
I
content stuff.
smoked a ton of weed in the 90s.
I was this close to
Right,
titling
tonight.
today's stream "Women Are Wonderful" because they really are, and I wanted to honor and celebrate them in such a manner. But there's a couple other things I wanted to bring up too. So it's not an all women are wonderful stream, but mostly. Yeah, likes and shares and stuff. Appreciate that. Likes and shares and stuff, guys. And shout out to everybody over on Rumble. If you haven't done so, I'm going to remind you periodically throughout today's show. You got to follow me on Rumble. There will come a day, maybe not today, but there will come a day when I go live only on Rumble. And if you aren't subscribed, if you aren't plugged into the Rumble Matrix, you just might miss out. Now, I don't know how you feel about missing out on a show that I do, but I don't want you to miss out on anything you might want. You might enjoy it. I don't know. So be sure you follow me over on Rumble. Now, follow me over on Twitter/X while you're at it, too. Just type in the Hood Conservative. I will pop up. I'm balling like that over there. Ain't nobody like me over there. But before we get into the show, you know what? Let me just kill this music. Let me get this music. I think I just want to talk. I do love this beat, though. Nothing like an emotional guitar solo. But anyway, all right, fuck all that. Kill the DJ. We ain't got to pay that nigga. Because today is Sunday Funday, and I happen to find fun things. And it's not all just, picking on girls, even though girls are very easy to laugh at. I have found other things to laugh at. I can't help it. I can't. We have to laugh at this. And you see, I'm running really close. I'm flying close to the sun here. Flying dangerously close to the sun here. Because Elon Musk just put out a tweet the other day saying that we're gonna only really advocate for positive content. They're gonna change the algorithm to boost positive content and kind of suppress negative content. And I don't really know where that leaves me on Twitter, because I got my personal profile score today, which is like your it's like a social credit score, but it's for Twitter. It's probably going to go national next year after Elon fully completes his coup. But my social internet score on Twitter is about a 38 out of 100. Out of 100, I'm about a 38. And Grok's AI described me in a way that I'm not upset with. I think they kind of got the gist of it, what I do on this internet, which means I'm probably on a list and I'm going to be canceled at some point. So get in now while supplies last. I may not be on Twitter for much longer, but while I'm on Twitter, I find fun stuff, man. All I do is find fun things. Did you know? Because we've been having fun with the immigration from the other side of the world, and the Amazon. I mean the Indian immigration thing, the H-1B. Well, did you know there is an Amazon just for India? Surprised me. I mean, it's not surprising when I think about it. Like, okay, yeah, Amazon for India, duh. Like, everybody's got their own little niche thing, right? So the overall existence of Amazon India, yeah, it's not all that shocking. What do you suppose is for sale on Amazon India? Let's take a look. Vibrator A vibrator for girls, a vibratorion machine for girl Virginia. I'm trying to pronounce this correctly and I'm struggling. Bear with me. A vibratorion machine for girl Virginia. And yeah, it says Virginia. I knew a girl named Virginia once. Or was it Virginia and we were just being assholes? Anyway, a vibratorium machine for girl Virginia, a vibratorium for girl, a vibrator for girl Virginia inside. It's weirdly specific. Is there another place for a girl, for a vibrator? Why did you have to specifically mention inside? Like, where else would you put a vibrator for girls? Vagina. I struggle. I really do. I struggle. The vibratorium, that vibratorium thing is hella popular in India, bro. Darth Low, what you just walked into is Amazon for India. They sell a vibratorium for girl private part. A vibratorium for girl private part. And even worse, a vibrator for boys' panties. Oh, God. I feel like we nuked the wrong part of the world. We wasted 2 perfectly good bombs on the Japanese, and they weren't really that bad. They just got a little uppity, you know. It's all we should have really dropped those bombs on a different part of the world. The whole world would have been better off if we had put those bombs in a completely different region. Because a vibrator for a boy's penis, I don't even really want to try to stretch my mind into understanding what that might be for. But any country where you have to understand how Amazon works, right? When you type, or search engines for that matter, when you type in a word, actually when you type in more than 2 letters, the search engine will suggest things to you. It will make suggestions based on 2 things: your search history, the popularity of terms. It will suggest the most popular terms first off, or it will suggest things that you've already typed in, right? So either the person typing this in has searched for vibrator or vibratorium so often that Amazon India recognizes his desire for such a thing, or it's not the individual. It's Amazon India knows its customers, and they will sell you a vibrator for boys' penis if you know how to ask. Hey, Tom, shout out to your uncle in Iwo Jima. Was he one of the flag guys? That being said, though, I bet your uncle would rather fight honorable samurai than jungle jeets, bro. Hey, you know what? I'll do you one better. At least he fought the samurai in samurai country. I hear the samurai were even extra brutal in Jeet land, because the samurai were in Jeet land. What was that bridge? The bridge over River Kwai. If I'm not mistaken about my World War II movie history, there was a bridge somewhere in we'll roughly call it Jeet land. Ask your uncle, would he have rather fought the Japanese on Iwo Jima or in Jeet land? I'm just saying. 50 years later, one of these parts of the world is damn near invaluable, and the other part is full of H-1B applicants. Anyway, did you know you can buy 100% cow dung cake? All right, not none of that knockoff, 50% cow dung, because there is 50% cow dung. They try to slip some mud and some oats or something in there. But they have 50% cow dung. So you can buy a 50% cow dung cake or a pack of cakes on India, Amazon. Okay. I'll back off the point. The Japanese were a special bunch. All right, I will back off the point. The Japanese, they did some things. Some guys did some things, but they don't sell cow patties in any part of Japan. You can go north, south in all the territory of Japan, all the islands, even the little ones that don't have a name because it's like 4 rocks poking out of the water. Nobody sells cow patties. Darth Lowe thinks this is a joke. Darth Lowe, do I ever lie about anything I joke about? In all the years that I've been doing this thing, have you ever come over here? Have you ever listened to me just straight up lie? I will sell some crazy shit. I will point out all kinds of wild shit, but have you ever known me to just straight up lie? It's not a thing I tend to do. Now, I'm going to take you live to Amazon India right now. We are live on Amazon India. And I did type in dung cake in the search engine. Because, what else am I going to search for in Amazon India? Let's see what pops up. Expulse pest solutions. How is a dung cake a pest solution? And they want 799, I guess, rupees, whatever that symbol means. Doesn't even look like an Indian symbol. Is that a Japanese word? What language is this printed up in? Link milk cake, pure dairy delight, Desi sweet. So they sell milk cakes literally in between dung cakes. So there's a cow patty, actual pastry, and then another cow patty, and then actual pastry again. They look scrumptious. Yes. They do sell cow urine, actually. You don't even have to surprise me with this stuff. We covered that last time. It literally suggested for you in the search bar, cow urine for drinking. I can't believe this is a real thing. And they sell it by the multiple. It is a 5-liter thing. Oh my God. You can get basically an entire cow worth of cow piss. And they put it in this nice little fancy bottle. Why is there a clear drop of water on the bottle of distilled gomucha for drinking? Distilled gomucha. Yeah. I'm not a fan of eating at the Indian spot. I might occasionally go to like the halal guys and get a gyro or something, but no. I'm gonna wait till I find some actual authentic Greek people and then buy one of their gyros. A gyro. Can't trust these guys. Can't trust these guys, man. Like, this is amazing. And the fact that it's sold on Amazon, like Jeff Bezos knows about this, right? You think Jeff Bezos never got an email one day? He's like in his $1 million top floor. Matter of fact, the whole top floor is probably his office, right? And he's just up there. One of his minions walks in. It's probably a long hallway. You just hear just click, his footsteps walking down the hallway. And then she finally hands Jeff Bezos a manila envelope, and they have to tell him that we do in fact sell not only cow dung but varieties of cow urine. And no, they don't make use of the whole cow, Seeking My Creator. They can't, because they don't actually eat the cow. They don't actually eat the cow. They just collect the droppings and the weight. This is what happens when you worship the cow this much. The literal droppings become like a delicacy. I don't know if they eat this stuff or they rub it on their broken bones or whatever. It's like their holy water. They literally do the Catholic cross, but with piss, cow piss, and that's how they bless you. It's crazy to think about it, but it's real. And the reason why we have to learn to laugh and mock this kind of shit is because they want to bring it to America. At some point, this will become American. Yes, you can buy chloroform on Amazon India. Chloroform deep sleep spray. Chloroform spray Bihosh original. I don't even know what Bihosh means. I bet you that's a word for kidnapping and abuse in Hindi. Chloroform sleeping spray. Chloroform liquid. Chloroform spray for kidnap. I mean, does it? In case you were wondering, see, I was only looking up chloroform because I was just curious, like, is there a way to get a girl who's like perfectly wide awake and standing up even to just instantly fall asleep? You know, just curiosity. I was looking it up for pure curiosity. And here they chloroform for kidnap. I was not looking for that, sir. I was not looking for that. That is not why I was looking up chloroform spray. Amazon India, please don't suggest these kinds of things to me. Shovel for burying women. Hey, listen. Maybe that's why they're struggling in the dating market. Because, see, dating in the West, you know, you see a girl, you approach her, you say something clever. Maybe she likes you. She responds in a way that you can work with, and you say something else, and you have a rapport. You try to get her number. You know, that's how it is in the West, right? In India, chloroform and a dry napkin. That's all you need. Chloroform, and really any dirty rag will do. It doesn't even have to be clean and dry, but chloroform. And I imagine when chloroform is like the preferred dating approach, it kind of dulls the people skills. You feel me? So chloroform is probably killing their social life in the West. Sex toy for female. Sexy night dress for women honeymoon. Sexy lingerie for women fantasy hot. You can tell these are men looking up these titles. Sexy toys penis pump for men. Oh, wow. Sexy toys for men. What kind of toys do men need? I'm scared to even ask. Sexy bra for women, naughty sex. Is there a bra specifically for naughty sex? Which would imply there's a bra for like polite, uptight Catholic sex. Sex power capsule for men. Long time Ayurvedic. You want to fuck like in the Vedas, huh? You want to fuck for 7 days and 7 nights, like Krishna. Sex power capsule for men. Long time Ayurvedic. And sex toy penis for men. What is a sex toy penis? And why is it for men? Oh, God. Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. There's more. Condom small, 15 years boy. Condom small, 15 years boy photo. What the fuck's going on in Amazon? Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Somebody call Jeff. Somebody call Jeff. I don't know if Jeff really knows what's going on. Jeff Bezos can't know that this is what's going on. Somebody go tap Jeff on the shoulder. We need to get Jeff in here for a minute. We need to get Jeff in here for a minute. Yo, these are just pictures, mind you. I'm just looking at pictures. Somebody else went up there and grabbed the pictures and they just took screenshots. I am scared to search Amazon India. If I really search Amazon India, I feel like the turtles like turtles. You wouldn't understand that terminology. No, I feel like the special ops unit would come get me. Like, yeah, I got to throw my computer away. I can't even use my same VPN anymore. My VPN is probably fried after this. Yeah, throw your computer away after the stream. Look, bro, condom small, 15 years boy, photo. Why do you need a photo with that? And why are we not allowed to consider this kind of stuff when we're having the great immigration debate? Why does it all have to be technical ones and zeros? Why can't we talk about what's going on the Amazon India website? That is absolutely true, Acadia. If more Americans knew more about how savage a lot of the world still is, they would have been deportation extremists. Yes. I know how savage the world is. I didn't have to go far to see it. I just had my eyes open. And so there's apparently a guy on Amazon India who reviews ladies' panties, and he tries them all himself. Yeah, that's the guy. Breathe it in. Drink it in. You know you want it. Drink it in, girls. You know you want it. Yeah. Jabroni, I had to catch myself. Jabroni. I forgot I'm not talking to niggas in Brooklyn. Only people in New York City will understand what it means when you say the turtle's gonna get you. They think we're talking about Ninja Turtles. Kind of, sort of, right? But if you know, you know. Yeah. Drink it in, Snowman. Drink it in, Snowman. I'm afraid the turtles are gonna get me after the stream, though. I'm gonna get a visit from the Ninja Turtles after this stream, because god damn it, I was looking too closely at what the Indians are up to. Now, I want to share something with you guys. It's a little bit funny. It kind of takes a little bit of a introduction. So let me build it up for you a little bit. The other day, Nick Fuentes was in a Twitter space, and let me see if I can pull that up for you guys, because it would help if you had a little bit of background on this. Nick was in a Twitter space talking about all this H-1B stuff, blah, 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 blah. And there is a guy who was in this Twitter space with Nick, who is an Indian. So he's repping for his gang. This Indian guy, he didn't really like some of the jokes that Nick Fuentes had made. And so while they were both in the Twitter space together, he and Nick Fuentes had a few words. And let me see if I can pull up that clip. Because he thought he was telling Nick off. He was telling Nick about himself. Let me share the tab with you. It's this guy right here. Utsav Sanduja. Why are we even worried about this guy, Utsav Sanduja, right? Because he works for Elon. Twitter. Not only does he work for Elon at Twitter, he has an interesting history that we're going to get into, and apparently Nick Fuentes put his history on blast, and it's kind of funny.
Nick, there's going to come a time when you will have to apologize to the Indian community for your hatred. There will come a time, and you will laugh.
What hatred? What hatred?
Your hatred, where you say 500 million Indians will come to this country. H-1B program takes 85,000 max. In FY 2022,
hyperbole.
That's per year.
Per year. FY 2022, this program had 73% Indians. FY 2023 had 50% Indians. For the last 10 years of the H-1B program, yes, the Indians had a bit of a majority, but not for the entirety of this program. The idea that 500 million Indians are going to come to this country is fake news. You spread hate, you spread disinformation. You're not a good faith actor. And don't call me a brother. You're not my freaking brother. Nick, there's going to come a time when you will have to apologize to the Indian community for your hatred. There will come a time, and you will laugh.
What hatred? What hatred?
Your hatred.
So, why is this guy so upset with Nick? Let me see if I can do a quick search and show you exactly what the hate is about. Oh, so he used to work for Gab, apparently, which is another right-wing social media platform. And that is where the drama went down. Apparently, Gab's, according to the Providence Post, July 16th, 2024, Gab's chief communications officer was Utsav Sanduja, a Canadian citizen of Indian origin, who was forced to leave after asking one too many female Gab users for their nudes and many other sexually graphic statements and acts. He claimed to live in an open marriage with his Jayish opera singer wife, but she apparently wasn't aware. Now, let's take a look at what Mr. Sanduja has posted. I'm going to read a lot of this to you. I'm going to scroll down a little bit because he's been accused of some interesting things. Standing strong for America First unity over anarchist and victim rights grievances. During the recent presidential election, I founded a political action committee called Hindus for America First, HFAH, to support President Trump. All right, let me stop. And solidify Indian and Dharmic communities as vital partners in the America First movement. These communities exemplify timeless patriotic values, family, faith, and hard work. Now, you see, I don't really like when foreigners try to slip in the family, faith, and hard work thing because we don't share the same faith. I don't really like that kind of basically hustling. You're grifting me right now. We don't share the same faith. And I don't believe we have the same patriotic value either. While I dedicated myself to uniting these communities under the America First banner, Nick Fuentes and his grapers unleashed a torrent of division, choosing scapegoating and petty grievances over coalition building and shared purpose. He did a whole screed on the grapers. Now, this is the part I have to read to you. This is the part you have to hear. It's too good. The internet is forever undefeated. The internet will remain undefeated until we blow ourselves up. Until we finally drop the big bomb, the internet is king. The graper problem, undermining America First. Now, the irony in this is that if you've been paying attention at all to the far right, the grapers have actually pioneered the America First movement. Trump's slogan was "Make America Great Again." Nick Fuentes was saying America First. And now, after all these years and effectively co-opting the concept, you want to wrestle it away from the far right, which is exactly the point, isn't it? You want to take the far right, you want to subvert the far right into something less far and less right. All right, let me keep reading. Instead of confronting their own actions with accountability or intellectual honesty, Nick Fuentes and his followers reverted to their habitual tactics, slander, cowardice, and cheap theatrics. In a coordinated smear campaign, they propagated the baseless claim that I had been looking for Bobs and Vagene. He literally says it. He was looking for Bobs and Vagene during my tenure as Chief Operating Officer and Global Affairs Director of a free speech technology company I helped build, design, and market to shield Trump supporters and conservative leaders from big tech censorship. Now he says, let me be unequivocal. This accusation is a fabrication devoid of any truth and legally actionable. Listen, I don't think Nick wrote the article. You need to go to that, whatever that website is, whatever that publication is, and sue them if it's so actionable. Whatever, not my fight. I'm just reading the news. The truth about Bobs and Vagene. Oh, fuck, this guy's too good. He just won't quit. He just can't stop, won't stop. And I'm dying to hear the truth about Bobs and Vagene. All my life, I've been waiting to hear the truth about Bobs and Vagene. Let us abandon any pretense that Bobs and Vagene is innocent humor. It is a vile construct rooted in racism, sexism, and cultural contempt. It is not harmless internet chatter, but a calculated insult aimed at degrading, ostracizing, and humiliating Indian and South Asian men by distorting boobs and vagina into a grotesque mockery of accent. He wrote 1,000-page, he wrote 1,000-word multi-post response defending himself against Bobs and Vagene accusations. He really went that far. Nick kind of broke him. Bro. He really kind of broke him. Bro, you don't write a 4-page letter because somebody pointed out that you're into the Bobs and Vagene a bit too much. By distorting boobs and vagina into a grotesque mockery of accents, it reduces an entire demographic to caricatures of hypersexual desperation and social incompetence. Oh, wow. Listen. I didn't want to say social incompetence, but I did, make the whole joke about the chloroform and the napkin and all that. You don't really need game when you got chloroform in a wet rag. I'm just saying, is it ever me? And are the grapers really the bad guys here?
Can I kiss you? Hi, sweetie. Can I kiss you? Come close. Come close. Come close. Come close. Come close.
That was hot.
Oh, bet.
Oh God. Oh God. Did the grapers do this?
Hovey Benjamin made this beat.
Yeah. Hi dear, can you open up your cloth? Will you show me nice pic of your bobs? You so beautiful, show me your vagina. Send me naked pic, hello bitch lasagna. Your bob's very big, I'm kiss your bobs. In plenty it is well, nice your cock. Let's have sexy sex, cloth off. I am not doing sex with my mom. Fuck you as I can with my cock. I assure you can enjoy a lot. I want to suck your boobs, put my ass in your asshole. Ooh. Baby, what is your bone size? Milk truck just arrived. Big boob girl, hi. Are you fucked deny it. I wanna kiss your vagina for 2 hours, then put my 1 foot penis in your vagina. You will happy, wanna kiss your panty. Boobs are awesome, boobs are awesome. Do milk, hi there, can you?
Really quickly, boobs are in fact awesome. Just had to say that.
You will happy, wanna kiss your panty. Boobs are awesome, boobs are awesome. Do milk, hi there, can you open up your cloth? Will you show me nice pic of your bobs? You so beautiful, show me your vagina. Send me naked pic, hello bitch lasagna.
I mean, really, bro. He really wrote a whole college level essay as if boobs and vagina is a Nick Fuentes creation. Like we put this on you. You came here, you woke up like this. We found you this way. Stinking, smelling of curry, just mumbling about Bobs and Vagene and an H-1B visa. This is how we found you. Look, he's got bullet points. Mocking linguistic integrity and cultural dignity. Bro, cultural dignity? Oh wow, literally shaking. You really want to get into that philosophy? This is a total segue. I gotta put a pause in this show. We're gonna pause the show for a minute. We gotta stop for a minute. Pause the show. Pause the show. Pause the show. We gotta hold on for a minute here. Deep thoughts coming. Deep thoughts incoming.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Literally shaking in the chat says, Hood, I've noticed you're predisposed to boobs compared to ass like your fellow brethren. Were you raised in the suburbs with us white boys? Partially. I did have a suburban experience and it was wonderful, and I do appreciate the suburban life. I do appreciate the country white girl. I do appreciate big white milky. That being said, that is not why I appear to be more of a boob man than an ass man, I guess. And it's not that I don't like a good ass. Great asses are amazing, but I've come to accept I've refined my taste as I've gotten older. I've become more selective about what I actually do consider genuinely attractive, what I have a raw attraction to, and a big old ass really ain't it. And then, you know, while we're talking about the suburbs and the white boys, I've come to notice something. You don't see a lot of big butts in high culture. You may occasionally see a woman who's, you know, well endowed, chest wise, right? She'll have a nice set, as they say, you know, but you really don't see a lot of big old asses in high society. And I think there's a signaling, there's a message, there's a coding to that, if you will. Big butts code as poverty. Big titties don't really code as wealthy per se, but it's not gonna instantly ban you. Like a big old ass codes as poverty. Big titties, I mean, everybody loves big titties. Who in the world doesn't love big titties? But a big giant ass, you just don't see a lot of like wealthy, high status, high society men. Like they're rich niggas because, you know, rappers make money and ball players make money. But generally speaking, even when you see like black men of the elite class, right? You don't really see women showing off how round her ass is. You know what I mean? If she's got titties, it's hard to hide. But there's something about high society and big asses that just, you know, yeah, I can't bring big booty Judy on my little 25-foot sailboat. She's gonna fuck up the balance. She really gonna disrupt the motion in the ocean. It's literally a hazard. It's a hazard. I get you, Friedmans. I get you. But I'm just saying. I've noticed that high society frowns on big dump truck asses, right? It's just a thing. Anyway, we took a whole side note. We went on a whole side mission. And actually, you know what? Now that you kind of got me off the key, because we were talking about this weirdo and, you know, his boobs and vagina. And you know what? I'll tell you what. If you actually want to read the boobs and vagina, the Bobs and Vagene dissertation, here, this is the link to the Bobs and Vagene dissertation, because he really wrote like 1,000 words to defend his race against the Bobs and Vagene reputation. You say Kim K single-handed destroyed that whole big booty poverty thing? I disagree. I don't think women getting big booties are attempting to copy high status, high society women. Women who get big booties are attempting to copy effectively strippers, bro. Like, girls who get BBLs, they're not trying to copy fucking what's the blonde girl from the Barbie doll movie that everybody was crazy about? Margot Robbie, right? Girls aren't getting BBLs trying to compete with a Margot Robbie. You get a BBL because you want to compete with Cardi B. And so I don't know if Kim K really made the big booty, if she destroyed the big booty poverty coding the way you say. No. Kim K is just a rich ratchet. That I don't think, because put it this way, Kim K, I don't think is going to be considered like high society in the way that I'm talking about. Right. Kim K's market is trash women. Her market is not the Jackie Onassis market. So I don't know if that's actually true at all. milk lemonade around the corner, fudge is made. Okay. We've officially went back to high school. We're not even seniors. We're freshmen telling these jokes. Milk lemonade around the corner, fudge is made. Oh yeah. It's day one in health class. You knew everything you needed to know about girls in that one poem right there. And that little limerick, all we needed was a couplet, and we knew everything we needed to know about girls. Milk lemonade. Fucking geniuses now.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots is the wish of Barney and Ben. Dolls that'll talk and we'll go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot.
Say there's a woman in a room with 10 men, and all 10 men are telling her how beautiful she is and how amazing she is, and they're lighting her cigarette and buying her drinks and just treating her like gold. Then, all of a sudden, in walks the 11th man. He takes one look at her and says, "Hey, how you doing?" Turns his back on her and starts talking to his boys. That's the guy she wants to be with, the 11th man. Not any of the 10 men who were treating her well all night, but the one guy who couldn't care less. Why? Because for some reason, women don't want nice. They don't want real. They don't want to be treated well. I mean, not at first and sometimes not ever. And I think that's crazy. And I refuse to play that game. I mean, you are a master at it, Sal, but it's just not me. It's not who I am. I don't want to have to play that game or, get a girl by pretending that I don't like her. I want to be with a woman who's real, who digs it when I'm nice to her, who doesn't see that as weakness or.
Now, I was telling this story a while ago. I forget exactly. SKC and I were talking about the players' regret thing and all that. And I brought up Alan Roger Curry. Rest in peace to the greats. And I had an interaction with Alan Roger Curry one time, and I told the story. This is over on Bernard's channel. And I was explaining to him how the whole concept of like game and everything, it kind of black-pilled me a little bit about women. And what I said to ARC literally is like, I don't have a problem with, the concept of game and, any of the core lessons about the game and whatnot. I really don't have a problem with that at all. Honestly, when I think about it, my real problem is that it actually works. And I saw this clip the other day, and it reminded me of that moment with Alan Roger Curry. The fact that game works the way the game coaches basically preach it, they're not completely wrong. Not everybody can do it effectively, obviously, but a lot of the core ideas and the core observations they make about their overall nature of women, it should have the effect of at least diminishing the glow that is woman in your mind.
Say there's a woman in a room with 10 men, and all 10 men are telling her how beautiful she is and how amazing she is, and they're lighting her cigarette and buying her drinks and just treating her like gold. Then all of a sudden, in walks the 11th man. He takes one look at her and says, "Hey, how you doing?" Turns his back on her and starts talking to his boys. That's the guy she wants to be with, the 11th man. Not any of the 10 men who were treating her well all night, but the one guy who couldn't care less. Why? Because for some reason, women don't want nice. They don't want real. They don't want to be treated well. I mean, not at first and sometimes not ever. And I think that's crazy. And I refuse to play that game. I mean, you are a master at it, Sal, but it's just not me. It's not.
And you see, this is why I've also begun to realize a lot of the game guys, they have simping in their heart. It's hard to detect, and it's not, just obvious total simping, but you have simping in your heart. Think about what he just said to Sal right here.
Treated well. I mean, not at first and sometimes not ever. And I think that's crazy. And I refuse to play that game. I mean, you are a master at it, Sal, but it's just not me.
Playing games with women is simping. You're playing a game. You're playing a game. It's simping. You're not being real. You're not being straight up. You're playing a game.
It's not who I am. I don't want to have to play that game or, get a girl by pretending that I don't like her. I want to be with a woman who's real, who digs it when I'm nice to her, who doesn't see that as weakness or.
His face was great right here. You want her to actually like you back? Like, ill. Like he really made the ill face when he pointed out, like, oh, you want her to actually like you back?
Who's real, who digs it when I'm nice to her, who doesn't see that as weakness or take me for granted when I tell her that I think she's more amazing than anything else in the entire world. But fortunately, most women aren't like that. They say they are, and deep down inside, they want to be.
And that's why the game guys were actually right. And this is what I meant when I was speaking to Alan Roger Curry all those years ago. Rest in peace, bro. It's not that you're wrong, bro. It's just that you're actually deeply right about women. And it's me now. Now I have to reassess how I approach women. I cannot afford to desire women the way that I desire women, because obviously that doesn't really work the way I want it to work. So now, in order to really to be successful with women, you can't value them in the way that you once did. And it's a very counterintuitive thing. And it's like, well, damn, they're really not that awesome. And that is why we have to patriarchy. That was my ultimate conclusion of it all. Not, how to get more pussy out of it. Because like at that point in life, I didn't had a bunch of kids and I didn't had a bunch of sex with a bunch of women. And it wasn't even me trying to understand everything at that point. I was just talking to the guy. And I just realized after all that time that, yeah, women do kind of suck if you let them just do their thing. That's why all this time that's why patriarchy has been a thing up until this time. Because if you just let women be, then all of the things that you just said actually become true, very true, to the point of despair. And that's why we have to patriarchy, because this is actually how they are. None of this is really hyperbole. It's just like black pill sadness, though.
Crazy. And I refuse to play that game. I mean, you are a master at it, Sal, but it's just not me. It's not who I am. I don't want to have to play that game or, get a girl by pretending that I don't like her. I want to be with a woman who's real, who digs it when I'm nice to her, who doesn't see that as weakness or take me for granted when I tell her that I think she's more amazing than anything else in the entire world. But fortunately, most women aren't like that. They say they are, and deep down inside, they want to be, but they're not.
Big facts. Samwise Gamgee has prey eyes and a soft, doughy, feminine face. Yeah, I mean, that's his natural look, so he's also perfect for this character and this role. And Free Zone, look, I'm not fighting any of that, but it was when I stopped fighting that I actually came to a higher understanding, right? That's really what that process was for me anyway. Once I didn't have to fight that reality anymore. And mind you, I come to that conclusion long before having this little, conversation with Alan Roger Curry. But once you kind of come to this conclusion that the wanting it to be real is a lot of nonsense, then you're now commanded to operate in a completely different fashion. It changes everything. You have to operate like they're not that special, because none of them are, and you can't really act like that until like you're on your dying deathbed or something. Like maybe when you're like one cough away from death, you'd be like, you know what, bitch, you's all right. You know what I mean? But only then can you let up. You have to keep your pimp hand strong at all times.
Women today are a lot more aggressive. We have become what I call men in skirts. We are so aggressive, so demanding, so unaware, really. We think we got it going on, but women really aren't aware of their power, because our power as women is silent. I find women to be mean as hell. I'm sorry.
Really? Oh my gosh.
See, I'm an alpha woman, so I'm straightforward too.
Yeah.
But I'm not mean.
Okay. Are you aggressive?
Oh, I'm assertive.
Okay.
I'm not aggressive.
What's the difference?
Well, first of all, your intention. And assertiveness, it's about dominion and accomplishing a particular thing. And aggressive, it's about control and getting what you're going for.
Okay.
Assertion comes from the heart. Aggression comes from the head, and it's ego and control. And women today, I find, are extremely aggressive, unkind, unloving, and mean as hell.
Speaking of mean as hell, this next clip, oh God, we're just gonna review a lot of as Obsidian used to say. Shout out to Obsidian. I hope he makes his way back to YouTube one day. As Obsidian used to say, we're gonna review a lot of black female fuckery today, and that was a great segue into why are black women so fucking mean.
Look at your ass with all this motherfucking dumb ass shit, with all this sad ass shit. Be sad and another motherfucking arm, bro, crying over a motherfucking piss ass nigga. I'll drop his ass and get me 10 more. You must be ugly as fuck. That was a motherfucking question. Do you hear me, bitch?
You know, I was having this little Twitter spat today. Let me see. Actually, let me dig up. See if I can dig up the actual tweet in question. Somebody posted something, and I kind of commented on it, and his post was already going viral, so I'm getting a lot of comments under my comment. A lot of women, a lot of black women in particular, they grow up with this very abusive dynamic with the women in their family, especially their moms, right? They take a lot of shit from their moms. And it turns into this kind of Stockholm syndrome case because, like, your mom doesn't really treat you with love all the time. Yet it's hard for you to psychologically accept not truly loving her because she's your mom. And so now you have this weird bond with somebody who goes out of their way to harm you, right? And what winds up happening, this black woman right here, one day she's going to have a baby with a man and wonder why this motherfucker don't want to stay with her. But she's going to treat him the way she's been taught to treat people. And she won't put the connections together. And most black women won't put the connections together. And I saw this tweet go around today. We posted this, niggas grow up, start dealing with women themselves and be like, you know what, Pops, I completely understand, right? And now I responded to that. That was me. Apologize to Pops and everything, right? Now, the funny thing about that is that the people who were responding to me and him, they all took it as, your pops abandoned you when you apologized to him. Like, I didn't even really catch up on that part immediately, but that's exactly how they took it. Like, I'm responding to a lot of people, men and women both, who was like, so your pops just abandoned you? Which that was definitely not my pops. He didn't just abandon me by any stretch of the word, right? But that is sort of the narrative, which I question that. I really sincerely question the amount of women who just get flat out abandoned by some dude. Like that's his baby. He know that's his baby, and he just was like cold, just walked off and flat left you. Like, that gotta be a less than 1% thing. But I realize with a lot of women, they expect you to stick around in the abuse because that's how they were trained. And so they think you're wrong for not sticking around and taking the abuse because they had no choice but to stick around and take the abuse. And so now when they do what they've been taught to do, you as a man are not doing what you're supposed to be doing because you won't sit there and take it.
Crying over a motherfucking piss ass nigga. I'll drop his ass and get me 10 more. You must be ugly as fuck. That was a motherfucking question. Do you hear me, bitch? See, you ain't none of my granddaughter. Because I have a goddamn nigga pay all my goddamn bills. My rent, my gas, my light, my every goddamn thing. Even pay my goddamn motherfucking car note, bitch. Slow ass.
Don't forget to hit the Rumble link, y'all.
See?
We're going to open up a panel maybe in about an hour or so. We're going to move the whole show to Rumble. So don't forget to hit the Rumble link. We're gonna move this whole thing to Rumble soon. We're gonna have more stuff and we're gonna have a panel. Rumble exclusive. Big Sunday on Rumble, y'all.
I have a goddamn nigga in Erico's, bitch. Here we go, chief.
How about that black family, huh? Oh, you know what? Here's another fun clip. Let's run this one real quick.
Popeyes. What he ate today?
I ate rice.
What do you mean? What he ate? You don't know what he ate?
Rice. You gave him rice before you left.
Just rice? Just rice before I... Baby,
That's what you gave him.
What time is it?
10:49.
Baby, I went to work at 1 o'clock.
I know.
So what did he eat the rest of the day?
He just told you rice.
Say what you ate.
I ate rice.
What? So where's this? You got him some food, right?
Got what? You some food?
Me and him.
No.
What do you mean, though?
No, I didn't.
So why are you sitting here?
Make sure you got some. Actually, you at work. When you left, you got some food. And you got food.
What the? Hold on. I really hope you play right now. No, hold on. No. You ain't just go get food and not feed my son while I was at work this whole time. You ain't never just go do that. Don't ever.
Now you see, as wrong as she is in this moment, because obviously the scenario is he went to work roughly 1 o'clock, so he did a midday shift. He gets home 10 o'clock in the evening, right? So he put in a full 8 hours basically, and she's been at home with his son all day, actually doing God knows what, right? Because she's eating like some Popeyes or something. She didn't buy the boy anything. It's one thing if you didn't cook for the man. That's a different problem in and of itself. But you've been next to this baby, this little boy especially, right? Because that's a boy, and you know how they are about boys. And you've been next to this little boy all day. You didn't think that he was hungry. Even after you bought yourself something to eat, you didn't think to feed him at all. Like, even if you didn't have enough money to feed him, you didn't think to call or try to figure it out, or maybe eat less, buy something that y'all could share. Like, you probably ordered that shit on Uber, which means you could have saved money walking to the store and just gotten y'all something to eat together. All these choices went out of your head, right? But you know what? I don't blame her. I don't blame her. You know why? He clearly didn't train his woman. You have to train your woman. I bet you he teaches his kid what to do. Why would you teach your child what to do, but you won't teach your woman what to do? Hey, women are not, they are kind of like children. I'm just saying. They both need instructions for when you leave the house. That is the simple truth of the matter. The woman and the child, they both needed a set of instructions for when you left the house. And I genuinely think you did not properly instruct her. You probably told him to be good. You was like, all right, listen to Keisha. You be good. I'll be back later. And he did his job. He listened to Keisha. But you ain't tell Keisha, all right, look, you got to keep this place clean. Don't let him run around, da-da-da-da. Make sure you give him a bath, pick out some clothes for him, take him to the park later. Like, you got to give Keisha a set of responsibilities and shit. You just left her alone in the house with a baby with nothing to do. You lucky you ain't come home and wasn't another nigga in there. That's what happens when you didn't give instructions. Because she'd have been like, well, you ain't say nothing. I swear to God, you'd have came home, it'd have been some nigga, the nigga that sell weed outside. He'd have been in your fucking living room playing PlayStation on the couch. Wasn't even doing shit, like literally playing PlayStation. And you'd have walked home from work like, what? You ain't say nothing? Well, I can't have company? You got to get a bitch instructions, bro. I'm trying to tell you. It sounds crazy, but that's exactly what happened here. That's exactly what happened here. Freeman's Journal, that's a goofy question. What's the upside? He has to take the L for letting a hood booger have your child. There is no upside here. What do you mean, what's the upside? There is no upside. He just fucked up. He gonna have to do better. That's the upside. He have to do better now. That's the upside, Freeman's Journal. He have to do better. I mean, like clearly she is who she is. And she is how he found her, most likely. Like, it's not like she suddenly degraded in skills and quality while he went to work that day. I'm pretty sure she is exactly who she is. And I don't even necessarily hate her for that. He just using her all wrong. I wouldn't have never left her alone with my son anyway. That's a dub. That's a whole dub. Like, I got to take you to my mother house or something like that. I would take you to her mother house, maybe, but I don't know if I'm leaving her alone with the kid. You got to prove to me that you like child safe. I'm gonna have to like write out a questionnaire and have you fill that shit out before I just let you watch the kid all day. Like, you ain't even think enough to feed the little. Damn. But that's him. That's the management decision. Management was clearly fucking up. I can't even take that to her like I really would. But, you know, it is what it is. And she is who she is. I can't even take that to her like I really would, because, you know, why? He clearly fucked up on his managerial duties.
Hey, John.
What?
How have you managed to be married to me for so long and not cheat?
You think there's just out here that's like, hey, free You think that's what happens? It's a serious question. Do you think that's how it is in these streets? I'd have to put work in. I don't want to do things with you. I'm obligated to do them with you sometimes.
John!
Not big things. I like doing.
See, that's the shit I be talking about when I say game niggas be kind of simping on the low. Cause look, this is really what it is to like be locked in with a woman that you actually like her, you love her or whatever. Y'all locked in, like that's his wife, right? They've been together for years. And look how he rationalizes. And I've been there. I swear to God, I've been there. I love you to death, but you're fucking annoying a lot of time. You don't even know I put up with you for other reasons, but you know, you're fucking annoying.
Hey, John.
What?
How have you managed to be married to me for so long and not cheat?
You think there's just out here that's like, hey, free You think that's what happens? It's a serious question. Do you think that's how it is in these streets? I'd have to put work in. I don't want to do things with you. I'm obligated to do them with you sometimes.
John!
Not big things. I like doing some stuff, but I'm saying, like, want to go sit in this line for this restaurant with a side? I put in all my effort here, and so I don't got extra effort out there. When do I have time to cheat? I be working. I come home. You're here. I don't want to hear your shit stories sometimes. I love you. I listen and I'll engage. I made a commitment. I think I want to hear another story. Oh, God. Could you imagine?
And this is another point I was trying to make when I was talking about the whole players regret thing. Like, most guys aren't outside just fighting them off with a stick. Most guys are in a position something like that, especially like your average working guy, your average blue collar, middle class working guy. Like, achieving the wife alone was a bit of a job, right? Like, maintaining her alone was a bit of a job. Now I don't want to have to go through all the other little bullshit of attracting all these other hoes alongside of keeping my wife happy. Like, that shit's a lot, bro. I'm just trying to lock in with this one woman and coast out until retirement, right? It's the women who kind of get all these ideas in her head. Like, look, it's the woman who came to him with this goofy ass question. Because that's how it is in the marriage. It seems like the guy be locked in. He's just trying to get to the finish line. And the girl be reading Cosmopolitan like, hey, hon, can we talk for a minute? And then the next thing you know, they're divorced in 6 weeks. Like, it's not the guys. The guys are just average, regular guys trying to make it to the finish line.
Hey, John.
What?
How have you managed to be married to me for so long and not cheat?
You think there's just out here that's like, hey, free You think that's what happens? It's a serious question. Do you think that's how it is in these streets? I'd have to put work in. I don't want to do things with you. I'm obligated to do them with you sometimes.
John!
Not big things. I like doing some stuff, but I'm saying, like, want to go sit in this line for this restaurant with a side? I put in all my effort here, and so I don't got extra effort out there. When do I have time to cheat? I be working. I come home. You're here. I don't want to hear your shit stories sometimes. I love you. I listen and I'll engage. I made a commitment. I think I want to hear another story. Oh, God. Could you imagine?
I swear,
Hey, John.
I know that exact feeling. Like, I really don't have the patience to tolerate another bitch's bullshit. I tolerate your bullshit because, you know, I decided to love you and all that. I locked in, but I just don't want to tolerate another bitch. Like, I've been there. I know exactly what that's like.
Told you I'm leaving. Oh, I hope I don't lose you. Seriously?
Please stay.
Why'd you do this?
I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't
Go away.
take these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Oh, ooh, please stay.
Why'd you do this? Told you I'm leaving.
Oh, I hope I don't.
You could tell by the end of the song she was staying. You could tell by the end right here. That look right there. Look. She looked him up and down real quick. That was it. She was staying. She looked him up and down real quick. She was staying. It was over. He did it. He did it.
Please stay.
Why'd you do this?
That why'd you do this? It wasn't even a question for him. She was questioning herself in that moment. But she had to blame him because that's what girls do. But she looked him up and down. Her feelings changed. Her fucking thermometer shot up. And she, why'd you do this? Ah, fucking chicks, bro. Gotta love them. Fucking chicks, man. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. They're cute, but they're kind of retarded, though. That's what makes them cute.
Do you know what else is not in the Constitution?
Real quick, she's a doctor. Continue.
Do you know what else is not in the Constitution? Your right to vote. Your right.
Voting, voting, and voting. Remember, she's a doctor.
Your right to marry.
Marriage, marriage, marriage. She's a doctor.
Right to privacy.
Privacy, but she's a doctor.
Your right to a fair trial by your peers.
Fair trial, fair trial, fair trial, fair trial. This is a fucking doctor.
There is also no mention of women or any women's rights in the Constitution. I'm not saying that the Constitution is not important, but it is outdated.
You have never read it. You're a fucking doctor.
Do you know what else?
They're retarded, but that's what makes them cute. You know, you got to take the good with the bad. It is what it is.
A high value man is a man who has money. Period. And it's not that I disagree with the fact that a high value man has other qualities besides money. My only issue is, I own this thing, Jesus. My only issue is that you could have the most respectful, kind, honest, faithful, humble man in the world. But when money is absent, nobody considers that man high value. There are things in our society that we like to romanticize and make them sound cute and pretty. Like adding all of this stuff. Oh no, a high value man is this and that and that. But you take away finance. Nobody sees that man as high value. So we have no choice but to deduce that a high value man is a man with money, period. Period. Because when a man has money, he could be the worst human being in the world. And some women will still want to be with him because of that. So we clearly place value on that. And I think we need to be honest about how we behave as society. Give you a practical example. Even in family, the uncle who does not have much does not get treated like the uncle who rocks up in the BMW, for example. There's a certain level of respect that is tied to a man with money, even when that respect is undeserving because of his behavior. So, injalo nje, guys.
You'll never guess what chicks are doing right now. And black women have to be the face of it. I don't make the rules. I just read the book to you. Adult Chuck E. Cheese parties, bro. If you thought Chuck E. Cheese was trash when they kids was running around in that motherfucker without no supervision, now it's just the baby mamas in there alone at Chuck E. Cheese, bro.
Oh, girls just wanna have fun.
I went to birthday party. It's a video. It's a birthday crown, a birthday kid.
They wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun.
You know what? My bad. I was looking for other videos to pull up because I'm still digging in the crates back here. Are they all BBWs? Because this clip has been playing for 50 seconds and I haven't really watched it. I was just letting it rock. But are they all BBWs? Let me go back and confirm my
I went to birthday party. It's a video. Birthday crown, a birthday kid.
They wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun.
Yo, if y'all love Chuck E. Cheese this much, why the fuck don't you get up and chase your goddamn kids around that bitch when you take them to Chuck E. Cheese? What the fuck is going on here? You see what I mean? This is why niggas make all the spiteful red pill content they be making. Because you start noticing this little bullshit. These bitches love Chuck E. Cheese more than the kids, though. But when they get there, they just sit down, let the kids run around off the leash and shit. This shit don't make no sense, bro. How you in here all of a sudden? Now you want to get up and play the games now when it ain't no kids in here. I go into Chuck E. Cheese, bro. That shit is the baby fight club. Exactly, bro. Exactly. That's why I stopped taking my kids to Chuck E. Cheese because it was one close to them and that shit was like ghetto. And then two, I never let my kids run around the Chuck E. Cheese because one, I see how other people kids is. They try to debo your kids and shit, and then God knows what happened. They got to fight some little kid in Chuck E. Cheese. So I be there like, no, little, you got to back up, little nigga. I be bullying people, kids. What? Go get your mother. The fuck out of here. We on this game. You ain't got no daddy anyway, little nigga. Fuck, I be at Chuck E. Cheese with my kids, but I had to stop doing that shit. Had to stop bullying little kids at Chuck E. Cheese. Your mother can't beat me. Get the fuck out of here. I beat all them fat bitches up. The fuck out my face, little nigga. Nah. Well, you gotta stop taking your kids to the Chuck E. Cheese because that shit be ratchet in there, man. You only go to the Chuck E. Cheese when it's a bunch of white kids. Yeah. The one in Queens, because that's where all the like the little Jewish kids and little Indian kids be in there. You know, it's different. They're a lot nicer to the few black people that show up. You get treated with a little bit of nigga respect when you walk into the place in Queens. They be like, oh, it's one of them. You go to Queens and shit. They give all black people that respect, like we all came from the Brownsville projects or some shit. Like, nah. These kids is cool. These are not those kids. Oh man, fucking Chuck E. Cheese though. You see what these bitches did to Chuck E. Cheese, man? Hold up. I'm not the only one that be bullying the fatherless children at the amusement park. That's crazy. I thought I was special. Dylan said I do the same thing at the trampoline park, telling them kids to go find their daddy. You be bullying the fatherless kids at the amusement park, bro. Hey man, it's a cold world. These bitches gonna have to learn some way. My kids got that protection. It's good. They safe.
These blacks.
You know, speaking of the beat dubs, I noticed. Let me switch over to Myron for a hot minute. Myron, you know, Myron from Fresh and Fit. I never can remember. Is Myron fresh or is Myron fit? Fucking care. But Myron's got like this long-standing, never-ending. He has an undying beef with like all of black womanhood. I swear, every black woman who enters puberty every day, the next day they got beef with Myron Gaines. I swear to God. Every time a black girl hits puberty, she automatically enrolled in the war against Myron.
Where do you rank black women in terms of attractiveness?
All the way at the bottom. Now, are all black girls ugly? Of course not. There's some hot ones, but it's a minority. And let's be honest here. The average black woman is 187 pounds, loud, obnoxious, rude, fake hair. They've done studies on like a customer service, and black women rank the lowest for getting a customer service representative that's black, and then also waiting on a table of black women.
Yeah.
So servers say they hate serving black women the most, and then people that call customer service say they hate dealing with black women the most. So it's like, bro, what the is going on here, man? And then on top of that, black women don't have a general respect for masculinity because a lot of them grow up in fatherless households. They grow up being told, your daddy ain't your ain't then you listen to the music ain't and it's this like continuous and very pernicious cycle of just constant on men. So by the time she comes to you, she doesn't really have an appreciation and respect for masculinity and most importantly, your authority. So she doesn't feel as though she needs to submit to you and follow you. So these are just some of the issues that plague the black community. Again, I want to be clear about this. Is this all black women? No, but we can't sit here and lie and say that it's not something that permeates throughout the culture and isn't endorsed, supported, and most importantly, encouraged.
I got nothing to add to that. I got nothing to add to that whatsoever. I'm just laying out the game tape right now. Because like I said, he's got this like one-sided beef with black women. And it's one-sided because, you know, they really can't prove him wrong. All they can do is like call him gay and shit.
And black women, here's another thing, dirty little secret about black women. They don't like intelligence. They don't like competence. They don't like proper English. They don't like educated, none of that shit. You corny. You ain't got no swag. You're boring. You're white. You're white. You're a square. I'll tell you this. Black bitches are the only bitches that will sit there and roast you for being smart. Tell me I'm lying, niggas. In the chat, tell me I'm fucking lying.
He's not lying.
You could be at a fucking university.
Damn, she ain't gonna give me no pussy now. He not lying. He's definitely not lying.
HBSU, whatever the fuck they call it, historically black university. Bitches will still call you corny for being smart or well-spoken. Intelligence is not respected or admired in the black community. Competence is not respected or admired in the black community. You know what is respected? Being a thug, talking like a fucking dumbass, and being a criminal. That's what's respected in the fucking black community. That's the truth. That is the God honest truth. Being a retard gets you far with black women, bro.
Like I said, he's on a one-man warpath. I don't even think Tommy Sotomayor be going as hard like that no more. But Myron is trying to pick up where Tommy left off. This clip went viral the other day. I think I saw O'Shea do something about this, and then I found this clip myself just this morning, actually. It happens real fast. You gotta catch it. It happened really quickly. They was gonna skin him and throw him in the cook pot. That nigga would have disappeared from the UK totally. They would have never had a trace of him. They'd have threw that nigga in the cook pot, chopped him up, let him rot, and throw him away like it was bad food.
What are y'all gonna do about it? What are y'all gonna do about it? I like my wife, and that's how I'm gonna be. I like my wife, and that's how I'm gonna be. I'm not just saying block.
What y'all gonna do about it? What are you gonna do? Become likable? You bitch is gonna become more attractive? You're gonna lose weight? Hey, do me a favor, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Reach out, support us on Venmo at The Hoodservative. And also, the easiest way to support us is over on Rumble through a Rumble chat. We are definitely gonna be moving the latter half of the show on the Rumble. We're gonna open up the panel a little bit later, but we're gonna take most of that to Rumble. So don't forget to hit that link in the chat and do support us over on Rumble, y'all. And now that we're on the black women, I noticed something happened recently, and I suppose this is going to be a thing with every NFL draft season. With every young crop of NFL athletes that go pro or get drafted, rather, there's a handful of black men who take their white girlfriends or wives, or sometimes they propose right there on the spot or whatever. There's something like that just happened recently. But they take them along for the ride. And the black men choosing white women over black women, apparently, it's a seasonal thing, I guess. And 'tis the season.
We're not going to talk about Uncle Shannon Sharp. I heard he got caught on the live banging out a snow bunny. We're not going to talk about Uncle Shannon Sharp. I heard he got caught on the live banging out a snow bunny. We're not going to talk about Uncle Shannon Sharp being snow bunnied on Instagram Live. We're not going to laugh at our brother. We are not going to laugh at our brother. I just hope that Shannon Sharp, that the snow bunny didn't tap his Instagram Live when he wasn't looking. I just hope for my Uncle Shannon Sharp that the snow bunny didn't tap his Instagram Live while he was popping that Viagra pill. I just hope for my Uncle Shannon Sharp that the snow bunny didn't set him up, because if he didn't hit that button, I don't know how in the hell that button got hit, and he says he's never been on Instagram Live. Uncle Shannon Sharp, the greatest tight end in NFL history, He says he's never been on Instagram Live. So if Unc never been on Instagram Live, how the hell did Instagram Live go on? It was either the white power structure or he was Snow Bunny. We're not gonna talk about Uncle Shannon Sharp. I heard he got caught on the live banging out a Snow Bunny. We're not gonna talk about Uncle Shannon Sharp. I heard he got caught on the live banging out a Snow Bunny. We're not gonna talk about Uncle Shannon Sharp being Snow Bunnied on Instagram Live. We're not gonna laugh at our brother. We are not gonna laugh at our brother. I just hope that Shannon Sharp, that the Snow Bunny didn't tap his Instagram Live when he wasn't looking. I just hope for my Uncle Shannon Sharp that the Snow Bunny didn't tap his Instagram Live while he was popping that Viagra pill.
See this? Y'all didn't expect it, did you? No, y'all expect Barkley had him a nice black girlfriend, didn't you? No, Barkley got him a white one. Got him a white woman. With good credit too. Look at her. Look like she got good credit. Her credit score like 1,000. Good credit. Ain't worrying about shit. Yeah, you talk about Travis Hunter and his girlfriend. But like I said, I bet y'all didn't know. Shaquan Barkley, wife or girlfriend looked like this. This is my first time ever seeing her. I didn't expect none of this at all. Looked like she was, I'm gonna tell you the truth, like she came straight from the trailer park.
You know what's so crazy? I just realized this too. Black men and white men both be feeling some kind of way when black men be getting with white women. I just realized that black men and white men both feel some kind of way when black men get with white women. Now, I can understand why it is that a lot of white guys feel some way. There's obvious racial things going on there. Need not explain it further. But why is it that a black man would share the same racial grievance as the alleged racist white guy?
Look like she came straight from the motherfucking trailer park. I ain't gonna lie to you. Surprise, surprise. You see this? Y'all didn't expect it, did you? No, y'all expect Barkley had him a nice black girlfriend, didn't you?
You know who he sound like too? He sound like that motherfucker from Belly. But yep, I don't like that. I don't like that right there. I'm gonna drop a dime on that one. He sound just like Kane from Belly.
No, Barkley got him a
He
white
look
one.
like Kane from Belly too. That nigga shaved his perm.
With good credit too.
How come these niggas always some bitch ass niggas? How come a nigga that look like Kane from Belly a bitch ass nigga, bro? What the fuck is up with that phenotype?
Barkley got him a white one. Got him a white woman. With good credit too. Look at her. Look like she got good credit. Her credit score like 1,000. Good credit. Ain't worrying about shit. Yeah, you talk about Travis Hunter and his girlfriend. But like I said, I bet y'all didn't know. Shaquan Barkley, wife or girlfriend looked like this. This is my first time ever seeing her. I didn't expect none of this at all. Looked like she was, I'm gonna tell you the truth, like she came straight from the trailer park. Looked like she came straight from the motherfucking trailer park. I ain't gonna lie to you. Surprise, surprise.
I'm just saying, maybe he found a deal. Like shit. Nigga found a deal and everybody hating on him like he did something bad. Clearly the deal worked out for him. He found him a deal. I ain't even hating. Maybe she is from the trailer park. So what? Niggas be bargain hunting. All of a sudden you want to hate on the nigga because he frugal with his money.
Y'all, I feel like y'all niggas are fools. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can get down in the comments and say what y'all want to say about me. I don't care. Because your mama had to deal with it, your daddy, your sisters, your aunties, everybody had to go through this. These people make our lives 10 times harder. We can't even go get a job and work the job without them going to snitch or reporting us to corporate, all type of bullshit they do. And these dudes that make it to the NFL have the nerve to go marry these people. Not saying it's a problem, but it is a problem. Like, why not just go get you a nice black woman? It's crazy to me. And I can't stand it. I don't care. Call me pathetic, call me bitter. I don't care. I'm very
bitter.
much all that because
pathetic and bitter. All right. We've established some ground rules here. Let's run that back. Let's take it from the top. Pathetic and bitter. Take 2.
Y'all, I feel like y'all niggas are fools. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can get down in the comments and say what y'all want to say about me. I don't care. Because your mama had to deal with it, your daddy, your sisters, your aunties, everybody had to go through this. These people make...
Hold up. What did everybody go through?
In the comments and say what y'all want to say about me. I don't care. Because your mama had to deal with it, your daddy, your sisters, your aunties, everybody had to go through this. These people make our lives 10 times harder. We can't even go get a job and work the job without them going to snitch or reporting us to corporate, all type of bullshit they do. And
I don't be having these problems. And I think mostly black women be having these personnel problems at the job. I don't think men have the same level of personnel problems at the workplace that women have.
And these dudes that make it to the NFL have the nerve to go marry these people. Not saying it's a problem, but it is a problem. Like, why not just go get you a nice black woman? It's crazy to me. And I can't stand it. I don't care. Call me pathetic, call me bitter. I don't care. I'm very much all that because it's just no. Y'all.
It just is. You can't even say it. Just is.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
Look, I got a question for the brothers of TikTok right quick. What do them white girls be doing to y'all? I just want to know for educational purposes, because every time I watch an NFL game, the brother is running to a white girl. And my motto is, if it's snowing, I'm not going. And y'all be going. So is this something I need to know? Just tell me. Is this something I need to know? Is this something like I know the sisters be having an attitude, but I kind of like when she kind of got an attitude. Grab me up. Look, I got a question. Attitude, grab me up. Grab me up. Grab me up.
I kind of want to save that and isolate it for a clip, but I have no idea what I would use that shit for. But that's funny as hell, bro. This nigga, oh my god. Oh my god. He gay. He still fuck black women though, but that's how you know he gay. But I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No, that was not me. That damn, bro. See. I be wishing I didn't find these videos, because if I didn't find the videos, I wouldn't think the thoughts that I be thinking. But then, like, I see the video and I just think the thoughts I be thinking. That nigga gone. Yeah, that nigga definitely a spreader. Yo, Holiday, that nigga definitely a spreader, bro. I can't, oh man. And I'm starting to notice something too. It was like, because this is what made me start collecting these clips a couple of days ago. I'm like, damn, why these niggas all kind of like suspect with this shit? Like, all right, the came from Menace. He was just a bitch ass nigga. But these is a different breed of bitch ass niggas, right? They got bitch asses and shit. Like, this is a different breed of bitch ass nigga.
Ooh, grab me up. Grab me up. Grab me up.
See, they got bitch asses, right? This is a different breed of bitch assness, right? Some niggas is bitch ass niggas, and some niggas is bitch asses, and you know, fucking gons, bro.
I don't know if it's a cheat code or not, man, but you be seeing so many black athletes with white women.
not just professional athletes, but college athletes as well. What's to that, yo? Is like, do white women treat black men better? Do white women treat black athletes or black successful men better? Like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? It's almost surprising now when you see a black athlete with a black girl. Like, it's surprising. Like, what's really going on here, man? Like, I don't really see how it's happening, but if you're successful, it's getting a white woman just.
Niggas don't understand what happiness look like, bro. Niggas see that picture and all they can see is an incomplete Rubik's Cube. Like, they can't ever slide all the colors around to one side and all the colors to the other side. They can't really fix the Rubik's Cube. So they look at that shit and they be like, yo, what the fuck is up? Why is he happy? Meanwhile, he done solved the Rubik's Cube himself. Like, he's like, nah, all you had to do is go over here, move like this, turn like that, and bam, you know, we happy. He just can't see it. You know what I mean? Niggas can't really, he can't understand the happiness in front of him, bro. That's the crazy shit.
What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? It's almost surprising now when you see a black athlete with
not beard hate.
Like, it's surprising. Like,
I'm usually
really
the one
here,
giving
man?
out beard hate, bro. That's crazy.
I don't really see how it's happening, but if you're successful, is getting a white woman just better for you? I'm confused, bro. But I need to know what's going on, because at this point is no longer like every now and then. It's almost every single black athlete, college or professional, has a white girl. It's beyond just every. It's beyond me. I'm confused. I need to know what's going on. Do I need to get a white girl or what?
You might have to shave the beard, homie. St. Nick said, I've never seen a big beard ninja with a Becky. I can't co-sign that immediately, but you got me thinking. I don't know if I've really seen that. I mean, I may have. It may be a one-off thing, but like, you know, the young cute Beckys, no, they usually with the more clean-cut guys. He might have funny hair, but not really a big beard guy. He might have dreads or some braids or some shit like that, but the big beard guy, you know, you might be on to something. I gotta study further. Gotta look closer at that one, St. Nick. You know, we are avid people watchers here, are we not?
College or professional, as a white girl, it's beyond just every. It's beyond me. I'm confused. I need to know what's going on. Do I need to get a white girl or what?
Hey, man, that's a personal journey, bro. You're gonna have to work that shit out for yourself, nigga.
So, I just got a question for you black athletes, you black entertainers who get a little money. You know what I'm saying? Why, when y'all get some money or some fame or whatever, y'all gotta run and go get y'all a white woman, man? Over and over and over again, y'all go run and get y'all a white woman. As soon as y'all get a little fame and a little money. Don't get me wrong,
Bro, I think you way too old to be feeling these feelings you feeling, bro. At this point in life, you should be contemplating all kind of other shit, especially with that big ass forehead you got. You should be thinking about so many other things, like simultaneously. You should have so many other thoughts going simultaneously. I can tell you have the capacity. I can tell you have the RAMs, the CPUs and shit. I can tell you got the gigabyte storage capacity. You should be thinking about so many other things simultaneously at this stage with that level of cranial capacity you got. But niggas really out here dick policing, bro. Do you understand the amount of brain capacity he's focusing on dick policing? This nigga could be halfway to the moon right now. He could be competing with Elon Musk right now, but he out here dick policing and shit. This is why black folk can't get ahead. This is really why we can't get ahead. We be diverting all of our prime brain capacity to shit like dick policing and twerk videos and shit.
ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. But what, the sisters don't got no love or something, huh?
So he could be a supervisor.
From the sisters. You would date a sister.
Hold up. How you just look at the nigga forehead and be like, he could be a supervisor? just look like the head nigga in charge, bro? Hold on. Nah, that shit just threw me off my chair for a minute. How you just look at a nigga's forehead and be like, yo, he could be the supervisor? You got that now I got criteria I gotta start considering this shit. That nigga just took one look at his forehead and be like, nah, put him in charge of something. That's crazy, Freeman. I didn't expect that coming from you. That was a curveball. That was a knuckleball, Freeman.
So I just got a question for you black athletes, you black entertainers who get a little money, you know what I'm saying? Why when y'all get some money or some fame or whatever, y'all gotta run and go get y'all a white woman, man? Over and over and over again, y'all go run and get y'all a white woman. So as y'all get a little fame and a little money, don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. But what, the sisters don't got no love or something, huh? The sisters, you can't find no love from the sisters. You would date a sister your whole life, and then you would get some money, and you would run and go get you a white woman. I just don't understand that.
I gotta ask some black women about this. These are the times where like having like a 90% male audience kind of works against me for one or two little things I would like to do occasionally. Every now and then, believe it or not, I would like to talk to women on the panel and get their raw opinions about shit, even though it might be dumb, but I still like to hear it because, girls talking is interesting sometimes a little bit in small doses. But how does it feel to be the only group of women that have to be shamed into being liked by your own men? It's one thing to shame white men into liking black women. It's a far different prospect to shame black men into liking black women. Like in the clip I played a little while ago, they was about to beat the nigga up. They was gonna jump him for not liking black women. And he over here, I done played like 2 or 3 clips of men. Like, what's wrong with you niggas? How come you can't be with a sister? And I'm just wondering, like, for women, does that work for you? Do you like the idea of people having to shame other people into loving you? I don't know how that works though, but how, like, because I can't really completely get inside girl brain. There's only so far I can peer into that weird shit. But I'm just, I'm curious about how that hits on an emotional level. Because that's how you gotta talk to girls, on an emotional level, right? But like seriously, that's an emotional issue. Like, do you really want to be desired by force? Do you want people to be compelled into liking you, or do you want to just simply be liked, dare I say, the way white women are liked? All right. We're gonna get out of there. We gotta back away slowly. We have to back away slowly from that, because that does seem to be the issue, right? Because like, the way black women take it, white women are just liked. They just come into the world being liked. And with black women, you have to have all these commercials, all these movies. They even put bitches in video games now, bro. They got black women in video games now. Like, ain't you gonna do something, nigga? Like they have to like promote black women to you like everywhere you go. And I'm just like, you're like, do you want to be forced upon everybody? Do you enjoy this position? Because as a man, like, I don't want to be forced upon no chick. Like, if I have to be forced upon any woman, then I'll just be dry forever. Like, that's a weird proposition to put me in. I don't want that kind of baggage in my life. So I'm kind of like, I'm looking at the sisterhood. Like, you realize what this is, right? It's like sexual assault. I can't get away from you. They're making me do this.
And most of the time, y'all get divorced, they take half. They have a baby with you, they take half. Their relationships do not last forever. It's like it's a moment thing for y'all, man. I just want to know what I'm missing. What I'm missing. That when y'all get a little money, little fame, y'all go run and get y'all a white woman. Put some of that money back in the community. They gonna divorce y'all ass anyway. They gonna take y'all money anyway. Let the sisters take the money then. But no, it's like,
let the sister take the money. This nigga said they gonna divorce y'all anyway. Let the sister just take the money. I mean, since you're gonna get raped anyway, you might as well let the sister rape you.
Nigga, please.
Serious.
You might as well just let the sister hit you with the strap. I mean, you know, you up there in Hollywood, somebody gonna hit you with the strap anyway. You might as well let the sister hit you with the strap. Because, you know, if you let one of these white women hit you with the strap, that's gonna be just like slavery. And you don't want to go back to slavery now, do you? So go and let Keisha put the strap on. And, you know, listen, at least when Keisha wear the strap, it's not like slavery no more. This is like freedom. When Keisha got the strap, it's like freedom. But when you let Becky wear that strap on, you know, that's not freedom. That's just like slavery. And all I'm saying is, you know, somebody gonna have to hit you with the strap, so you might as well let it be Keisha. That's crazy, bro. That's so crazy. I could never. Look, everybody gotta die tonight. Ain't no way in hell this is the only deal on the table, bro.
the relationships do not last forever. It's like it's a moment thing for y'all, man. I just want to know what I'm missing. What I'm missing. That when y'all get a little money, a little fame, y'all go run and get y'all a white woman. Put some of that money back in the community. They gonna divorce y'all ass anyway. They gonna take y'all money anyway. Let the sisters take the money then. But no, it's like y'all just so fed up with the sisters, man. You know, over and over again, man. I'm keep seeing these athletes, man, just run and get them a white woman so fast and so quick. Majority of the time, white woman don't even love you, man. But she knows she can get you. She knows she can get you. But I'm just trying to figure out what y'all be thinking when y'all realize that this is the day I'm done with sisters. I'm going to give me one of them snow bunnies, huh?
I'm gonna take a stab at it. Because I've rationalized it, and you know, this is how I've accepted being open to the probability. If it's all fake, if it's all bullshit, right? I'd rather you sell me the dream I want to buy. Don't sell me your dream. Sell me the dream I actually want to buy. Since it's all fake, since it's all bullshit, right? Since it's all gonna end in disaster anyway, right? Since it's all a fucking dream anyway, right? Sell me the dream I want to buy. Don't sell me your dream. Give a fuck about a bitch dream. I'm spending money on my dreams. And it just so happens, it seems to be that a lot of white women are better at selling the dream that a lot of black men want to buy. Sound like a skills issue to me. That's really what it is. It sounds like a skills issue. It's not something I can really fix, you feel me? And as a consumer, it's really not it's not on me to fix the salesman skills issue, you know what I'm saying? This is why I always equate this thing to like economics and buying and selling just on a retail level. Like, if people don't want to shop in your store, if people don't want to buy your little knickknacks and doodads, then you got to, you know, move your store or sell better knickknacks and doodads. You got to become a better salesperson. You got to do something, but you can't blame the customer because they don't want to give you money. That's not how getting money works, right? And so, skills issue.
I'm just asking, man. You know, I ain't saying nothing wrong with it, but I'm trying to figure out, like, why all the time y'all get some goddamn money. Y'all go run and get a white woman, huh? You tell me there's no sisters out there that can love you like a white woman do?
Obviously not, nigga. He really had nerve to say, "Oh, you telling me there's no sister out here that can love you like a white woman could love you?" No, no. Listen, when Keisha calls me a nigga, it just doesn't really hit like when Becky looks back, throws it at me, and calls me a fucking nigger. It just doesn't hit like that.
A white woman.
I'm really getting sick and tired of y'all bullying white people online talking about slavery. And that's y'all only argument. Did you know that slavery has been over for about 160 years? Nobody who is alive today has had shit to do with slavery. And that's y'all only argument, talking about white women can't wear braids in their hair because you don't understand the cultural significance. So by that logic, black women shouldn't be able to wear no wigs. Don't you straighten your hair, because if you don't know the cultural significance of a white woman, you better not be appropriating their fucking culture. Y'all can kiss my white fucking ass, bitch.
You ain't heard what I said, nigga, run it back. MAGA hoe, MAGA nigga, whip a trick, hit a lick, one of pussy ass cornbread, fuck niggas.
To figure out, like, why all the time y'all get some goddamn money, y'all go run and get a white woman, huh? You tell me there's no sisters out there that can love you like a white woman do? You tell me there's no educated black women out here that'll love you like a white woman to do? You tell me there's not no successful black women out here that can love you like a white woman can? It's something, man. It's a trend. I don't know what it is, man, but it's getting crazy and crazier every day. Y'all is like running to these motherfuckers, man. And then y'all end up getting fucked in the end, man. End up giving up half of your pay. End up having a baby by them. They end up taking everything you got. All for that white woman, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating. I'm not fucking hating. I'm not hating.
Definitely hating. I hate when people try to deny the very shit they intended to do from the bottom of their heart. Nigga be like, no disrespect, but you are the bitch ass nigga I've ever seen commit bitch assery. But no disrespect, bitch ass nigga. Like, niggas will say the most outlandish shit, and they be like, you know, I'm not really saying all this outlandish shit. I'm just saying, you know, outlandish shit. Like I hate when people do that. You are a fucking hater, bro. Just accept your haterade. You got so much hate in your blood. Nigga need to see a nurse, man.
Yeah, they end up taking everything you got. All for that white woman, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating. I'm not fucking hating. I'm not hating. I'm just asking you, like, why all the time, man? Damn.
Like I said, it's just the season. Maybe next draft cycle, next year, we'll get another round of these videos. It'll be fun if this just becomes like a seasonal occurrence every year. It's like the march of the fucking haters. Oh, this girl. This is a special girl right here. This is a special girl right here, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Remember, you got to follow me on Rumble and support me over on Venmo at The Hoodservative. And the easiest way to support the show is to Rumble chat. So do take that Rumble link. But let's get to this girl right here. She has a story to tell, and it's a hella story. Looking at her face, I thought this was going to be like some African chick telling an African story, but no. She might be African, but, you know.
So I ghosted my boyfriend on New Year's Eve, and I have not spoken to him since. Before I get into this, I just want to say that me and my boyfriend, we have been together for a year. Well, almost a year, 11 months. A year on February 2nd, we will have been together, okay? My boyfriend is also 34, grown man. He also is a homeowner, has a pretty good job and also has a business that he's starting. So let's start there, right? So recently, I obviously, like you all have known, I have become unemployed, and I have not been able to find a job. I have put in like 30 applications a day. I've got nothing, like barely even an interview. I've gone on 2 interviews. So I've been literally struggling, and I no longer have the funds to afford these bills. Okay. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna keep it together for this. I'm not gonna get stressed out. I no longer have the funds to afford these bills. It's something so crazy about having hundreds of thousands of dollars one day and then the next day having nothing. But that's what's going on right now. And so I am vulnerable with my man, and I go, hey, I'm gonna need to like stay with you for a little while I get myself together. Like, I don't have anything on the rent. And so I'm gonna need to move with you while I get myself together. Mind you, I said he has his own house, his own 3-bedroom apartment in a nice neighborhood. He also has a best friend. His best friend lives with him, mind you, and has been living with him for however many years that he's like lived there, almost the whole time he's lived there. And so I'm like, if his best friend can live with him, why not his girlfriend, you know? So I'm like, hey, I need a place to stay. Which honestly, in hindsight, I shouldn't even have to ask for that. He knew I was struggling. He should have said, hey, let me take something off of your plate. Like, come stay with me so that you can breathe and get this. If he really cared about me, he would have said that, but he didn't. He sat there and he watched me struggle and then watched me get to the point where I was like, hey, I just need a break. Like, I'm literally so depressed. I'm losing my mind. I can't find anything. Can you please help me? And he said, no. He said, no. He said, no, you cannot live with me. Mind you, living with him is free. Doesn't cost him anything. He said, no. I can't.
First of all, you think living with him is free, bitch? Oh, you see right there. That's why he said no. That's why he said no, because he knew the kind of math you was gonna do. Living with him is free. Oh man. Nah. And y'all keep blaming her saggy boobs. Nah, it's not because her boobs are saggy, but you know, it's obviously not helping either. I'm just saying, but your math is crazy right now. Living with him is free. How do you suppose living with him is free? You think the best friend lives in there for free? What do you mean living with him is free? I don't even understand what it is I'm supposed to understand about this understanding you want him to have with you right now. Like, this doesn't work. None of what you said works, bro. This is crazy. Oh shit, I didn't even notice that. And she got the keloid too. Yeah, what's going on there? Yeah, he definitely got other girls.
Can't live with him.
He just
At
be
first,
fucking
he
you.
goes, oh, I like that we have our own places to retreat to when we get into our arguments. And wrong answer. Number one, when we get into arguments, we never leave. Like, we stay in the same room and we continue to talk it out until we work it through, which I think is a really good habit that we have and a really good green flag that we have in our relationship.
Damn, bitches can't hear even when they talking. That's crazy. That's actually why she can't hear, because she always talking. Even when he said that, she was probably talking in her own mind. She couldn't even hear him because
No.
it's crazy.
I can't live with him. At first, he goes, oh, I like that we have our own places to retreat to when we get into our arguments. And wrong answer. Number one, when we get into arguments,
Is that a tattoo or a keloid? What the fuck is that?
he goes, oh, I like that we have our own places to retreat to when we get into our arguments.
Oh yeah, that's definitely some kind of keloid. All right. I'm just wondering.
Wrong answer. Number one, when we get into arguments, we never leave. Like, we stay in the same room.
That's exactly the problem right there, though. That's exactly the problem right there. You be on his back. You be on his back with an attitude, and he can't leave.
And we continue to talk it out until we work it through, which I think is a really good habit that we have and a really good green flag that we have in our relationship. Yes, do we get into arguments? So does everyone. Yes, do I lose my cool? I'm a woman, but I rein it back in and we figure it out and nobody goes home. So that's a weird thing to say. We've never even done that. Second of all, That's like a problem to me, not a solution. When we get into arguments, we should not be leaving, because what happens when we get married? There is no way to go. We both live in the same house. So maybe that's
You're not getting married. Gonna have to start taking these hints, baby girl. You're not getting married.
not a good habit to start. Being that we have not started yet, maybe let's not start that now. On our very first date, I told him that I wanted to be engaged within a year. I said, after a year, I want to be engaged. He said that's plenty of enough time for someone to know whether or not they want to get married or not. This is what he said. We have talked about it, I shit you not, probably 10 times throughout this year. And never once did he say, I don't think this is going well enough for that to be a realistic goal anymore. Never once did he say, hey, like, let's pump the brakes. I don't think that we're doing that well for it to get to that. So I'm thinking we're doing well. We're on schedule. After a year or a year and a half, we'll probably get engaged. Then he goes, I don't think I want to live with someone again until I'm married to them, which is some new boundary that he literally just made up, because he's never said that the whole time we've been together. And I go, maybe it's not a good idea that you live with someone after you already got married to them, because what if you guys are not compatible to live together and you don't know that until after you're already married? Then what? That's really dumb, actually. And so I'm like, okay, that's a completely new thing. But granted, it's been a year. We set our goal for a year. Are we going to get married? And he goes, no, that was your goal. Since when was this my goal? It was my goal, but like.
Didn't I just say that though? It's not about your dreams. It's about my dreams. Now, apparently she doesn't fit into his dreams, and she's kind of learning that the hard way. You know, life sucks.
I thought we were in agreement, because you never said that we weren't in agreement. Clearly, I made all this up in my head, and this was never a goal. I just thought it was a goal because I continuously talked about it, and he never said that it was unrealistic. As a matter of fact, he said the quite opposite, that it was a realistic goal to have. And never once, as we neared to the end of that year, did he ever say, hey, I don't think we're close to being married. So imagine my surprise when he says, I don't think we're close to being married. We still have things to figure out, because a couple of nights ago, I got super irritated at him and yelled at him and told him to leave my house. And apparently that's enough of a reason for him to be like, whoa, I don't want to marry her. All right. So yeah. And so I said, hey, I'm actually scared that I'm going to be homeless, because I said, I'm actually thinking I'm going to be homeless because I don't have.
Don't worry, you still got like another 2 months before they have to evict you. You can stretch this out, but you gotta get that job, baby. You have to get that job. You just now can't pay rent. That's okay. That's okay. You still got at least another 2 months before they have to put you out. So what I suggest is you look for another job and another man, and you start from the bottom and work your way back up again. Because this shit was clearly not going the way it's supposed to go for you.
A job, and you still keep coming, and I can't do it no more. I'm tapped out of resources. And I think I'm gonna end up, if you don't let me live with you, I'm gonna end up in my car, living in my car, something like being actually homeless. And he goes, well, plenty of millionaires have lived in their car before.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But you might have to consider it. I mean, because, these are the breaks. I don't know what else to tell you, sweetie. You got a daddy or something? You should call your dad. Maybe dad can help you out. You have a dad? I hope you have a dad.
Well, because I continuously talked about it, and he never said that it was unrealistic. As a matter of fact, he said the quite opposite, that it was a realistic goal to have, and never once.
Freeman's Journal, I was muted up. Freeman, you are a hard man. You gonna really condemn her to a Jeep? She gonna have to smell like curry and depression every night, bro. That's really how you're gonna give it up? That's too much, bro. That's too much. Really? A Jeet? And Ranjit doesn't want Vagene. He wants Bobs and Vagene. Okay? It's a twofer. He wants Bobs and Vagene, okay? If she dies, she dies. Oh God. If she dies, she dies. Yo, Lord have mercy. The savagery. That was cold. That was cold. That was so cold. You just reminded me of a clip I forgot to upload. Now I gotta go back and upload a new clip to this show because you just reminded me of something. But that was brutal. That was a brutality right there. A brutality like no other.
So I'm thinking we're doing well. We're on schedule. After a year or a year and a half, we'll probably get engaged. Then he goes, I don't think I want to live with someone again until I'm married to them, which is some new boundary that he literally just made up because he's never said that the whole time we've been together. And I go, maybe it's not a good idea that you live with someone after you already got married to them, because what if you guys are not compatible to live together and you don't know that until after you're already married? Then what? That's really dumb, actually. And so I'm like, okay, that's a completely new thing. But granted, it's been a year. We set our goal for a year. Are we going to get married? And he goes, no, that was your goal. Since when was this my goal? It was my goal, but like, I thought we were in agreement because you never said that we weren't in agreement. Clearly, I made all this up in my head, and this was never a goal. I just thought it was a goal because I continuously talked about it, and he never said that it was unrealistic. As a matter of fact, he said the quite opposite, that it was a realistic goal to have. And never once, as we neared to the end of that year, did he ever say, hey, I don't think we're close to being married. So imagine my surprise when he says, I don't think we're close to being married. We still have things to figure out, because a couple of nights ago, I got super irritated at him and yelled at him and told him to leave my house. And apparently that's enough of a reason for him to be like, whoa, I don't want to marry her. All right. So yeah. And so I said, hey, I'm actually scared that I'm going to be homeless because I said, I'm actually thinking I'm going to be homeless because I don't have a job and these bills keep coming and I can't do it no more. I'm tapped out of resources. And I think I'm gonna end up, if you don't let me live with you, I'm gonna end up in my car, living in my car, something like being actually homeless. And he goes, well, plenty of millionaires have lived in their car before.
He was trying to give you game, bitch. He was trying to give you inspiration. He's trying to give you some motivation. Like, listen, man, you got to get over this mountain to get to the valley below. That's the way it is. Sometimes it's like that for millionaires. You know what I mean? That's the type of game men got to give men. I thought we was equals and shit. I thought you could deal with the realities of this cold, harsh world out here, but clearly you can't. That's crazy. It's crazy. I thought I saw something in you, but I clearly was mistaken. I was wrong about you.
What the fuck? So basically he said, yeah, no, I'm not going to help you. I'm sorry that you're dealing with this. I know it's hard, but basically he told me that you never really do have anybody to depend on, and you come alone in this world, and you are your own person, and you should be your number one priority because nobody else is going to be dependable, which I translated to, he is not someone I can depend on. Why would I ever marry someone that I can't depend on? I'm a dependable person. I've had friends that I've let stay with me, that I've given house.
How you dependable? You can't even pay your rent. That's crazy. You gonna say you dependable? Nah, that's nah, man. You putting the nigga in the box right now. You can't be in the middle of not being able to pay your rent and then grandstanding on how dependable you is, bro. That's not. that's a bad deal. That's a bad deal. You should have said something else. You should have been like, nah, that's crazy. Like I always had your back. You know what I mean? You can't be like, I'm dependable when you can't even pay your rent. That's not how this works, bro. You can't be in the middle of not being able to pay your rent and then want me to grandstand, want me to accept your grandstanding on your dependability or your independence for that matter, when you clearly want to be dependent on him. Look, man, the nigga not wrong. The nigga not wrong. He might be wrong because he's still trying to blast that every time you come over there, because that's clearly why he's around. Every time you come around, you be like, you gonna let me live with you? You be throwing it back on him like, can I stay tonight? And you be in your own house that you can't pay the rent on. That's crazy.
You never really do have anybody to depend on, and you come alone in this world, and you are your own person, and you should be your number one priority because nobody else is going to be dependable, which I translated to he is not someone I can depend on. Why would I ever marry someone that I can't depend on? I'm a dependable person. I've had friends that I've let stay with me, that I've given a place to stay for free, that I've been able to like say, hey, you can lean on me. Like, don't worry about nothing. Take a break. I got you. So if I can be dependable to my friends, you can be dependable to your girlfriend. It's not a crazy concept. Yeah, we do come in this world alone, but relationships are the whole reason of everything. You should be able to depend on the people around you, on your community.
But and this is the crazy thing. This is the crazy thing too, and right, and this is why this is a fucked up scenario in a certain degree, because this is a problem of modernity. But women, they champion all the freedoms of modernity and all that shit. So you got to eat it too, right? Here's the thing: as a woman, if you want marriage, you're playing the marriage competition game, right? In this relationship, he said, all right, well, I'm willing to entertain the idea of marriage, and a year sounds like a good time for me to decide whether or not I'm gonna marry you. Now, in his mind, I got a year to blast away before I got to decide if I really want to marry her or not. And that's being kind. He might already decide I'm gonna never marry you no matter how many years I keep hitting it, and I'm gonna keep hitting it no matter how many years you let me keep hitting it, but I'm gonna never marry you, right? He might have already come to that conclusion, but he met your gambit. He's like, okay, marriage, year. All right, that's now you give yourself a year to convince him to marry you. That was the deal. That was the gambit that you put on this chessboard, right? Now, you clearly didn't win the game. This was a chess game or a chess maneuver that you attempted, and it was incumbent upon you to spend whatever time that you spent up until this moment to get him to love you enough to want to marry you. And if the simple truth is that he either A, would have never married you, or B, you simply couldn't get him to marry you, then you got to accept your failure and move on. Got to take it like a G, baby.
I've had friends that I've let stay with me, that I've given a place to stay for free, that I've been able to like say, hey, you can lean on me. Like, don't worry about nothing. Take a break. I got you. So if I can be dependable to my friends, you can be dependable to your girlfriend. It's not a crazy concept. Yeah, we do come in this world alone, but relationships are the whole reason of everything. You should be able to depend on the people around you, on your community. They should be people that you can say, hey, you do owe a responsibility to the people you love and the people you care about. And apparently he doesn't think that way. And I don't think I can be in a relationship with someone who doesn't think that way. And so I decided that I kind of ghosted him. I just stopped talking to him, and I probably will never speak to him again. That really turned me off. And yeah, that's why I broke up with my boyfriend, because he said it was okay that I'd be homeless. I should be homeless.
You didn't break up with him. He was never with you. Just because you stopped fucking him don't mean you had a relationship to break up with. You just stopped fucking him. He was never really with you.
While he goes home to his 3-bedroom house in a nice neighborhood, and
right, he got a 3-bedroom house in a nice neighborhood, and you can't pay your rent. He was never actually with you.
I think I can be in a relationship with someone who doesn't think that way. And so I decided that I kind of ghosted him. I just stopped talking to him, and I probably will never.
And the link is in the chat, by the way.
Really turned me off.
And does it seem like she's ever been to his house?
Well, she's clearly been there because she knows who's in the house, and she knows the house. So I imagine she's been in the house enough to scheme it and want to be in there, which is all that's all this is amounting to anyway. She wanted to be in his house way before she was having rent problems. And she may have been having rent problems when he fucking got with her, right? You never know. And so she wanted to be in his house. So I imagine she knows exactly what she's trying to jump into, which is exactly why he's like, I never knew you. And that's funny as hell right now. You think you was with him.
Bruh, I knew a chick like this in IT. She thought that the doctor she was actually with, in spite of the fact he was married. She thought the classic, I'm going to get a divorce. Like, no, bitch, no. She got fired, and she found out that she was in fact the side chick, just the side chick.
Yeah. And it's crazy. Look, this is the thing too. See, from the women's perspective, if you listen to the women on these little goofy co-ed panels they be having in this so-called manosphere that's around now, what happens is the women will be like, well, you have to do something about these men who be lying and who be leading us on. And it's like, well, you free. Like, what am I supposed to do? You're not my woman. You're not my kin. Even if you was my kin, like, I'm supposed to go out there and beat up every nigga that break your heart, every nigga that lie to you to get some pussy. I gotta fight this nigga now. That's a terrible proposition. Bitch should have never been free if that was a deal.
Could you repeat that again, Hood Servative, for my audience? I just started my live. Could you repeat that? That was so eloquent with how you just said that.
Oh man, I don't even know if I could repeat it. It was too eloquent. But like, it's crazy. It's crazy though, because like, what's the point of freedom? Like, what's the point of men respecting women's freedom if I have to now have a problem with every nigga that lies to you to get some pussy? Every nigga that broke your heart, I'm supposed to fight the nigga. I'm supposed to feel some kind of way. Like, you free now. Like, it's crazy out here in this world. This is why men never wanted y'all to be free in the first place, because we was stupid enough to love y'all. I mean, y'all was our sisters and daughters and moms and shit. We wouldn't want y'all to be hurt by this, but now that you want to be free, freedom hurts.
Not just our sister, but our sister and our queen, your mother goddess. Happy New Year, Freeman and Hood Servative.
Hey, Happy New Year.
You notice they didn't become queens until after they got free, right? Nobody was talking this queen shit until after feminism.
But listen, remember what I said, Hood. Treat them like men, and they'll beg to be treated like women again. And you're starting to see that online. Like, hey, we don't want this responsibility or accountability. Where's the men? Right? They're like, you can't hold us accountable like men. Like, nah, you got like you said, Hood. They've got freedom. So your freedom to make your choices means your responsibility.
Yeah, listen, I talk about this a lot. Well, not a lot, but I do talk about this from time to time. Like, my daughter is on the edge of, technically she's on the edge of 17, leaning towards 18 technically, right? But she's right at the cusp of adulthood. And we're gonna have, like, I guess it's gonna be a dinner. I gotta take her out to dinner one day, and we're just gonna have a long talk about all kinds of things. I'm gonna make her very uncomfortable, I suppose. But we're gonna have a talk about a lot of things.
What you gonna give her the folly of dog said? All men are dogs. They only want one thing.
Not even. Not so harsh, because I don't want her to think all men are dogs. But I will tell her that any baby you have was mostly your choice and responsibility. I don't want to hear no, he did this to me bullshit.
If you have a baby for some random Negro, you are dead to me.
More or less, like we're gonna have like a lot of raw feelings, but it's got to be fatherly. But I get the need, because I look at this type of shit on the screen right now, and it's like, Jesus Christ, this is why I asked the question earlier, like, do you have a dad? Maybe you can stay with him or something. Like, I don't know, but you need some fatherly guidance. You don't need advice from a nigga that wants to fuck you. That's the last thing you actually need right now. And I say this from a position of actual care and affection, because I have female children, like I have daughters, so I want to understand to a degree, but at the same time, like, you are clearly swimming in the deep end.
Yo, what killed me, Hood, is that when she said that it doesn't cost him anything for her to stay there, it kind of like had a flashback. I almost had to deal with that situation, and I damn stupid bitch. That's why I'm not even dealing with you right now.
Look. Even the fact that you think it don't cost him for you to stay there means you're gonna have to pay out of your asshole, literally. Like, that's the cost. It's going to be out of your asshole. And as a woman, I don't know if you're prepared for that deal.
They're not. And they have all the series of holes to be filled to compensate, but guess what? They do not want them filled except for one. It's that damn mouth, and she is one food. That's it.
Right, and she thinks that somehow is gonna move along the marriage train. That's the worst part of this whole video. She thinks somehow that scenario was supposed to like boost them closer to marriage when he never pulled her closer in the first place. The whole thing is actually tragic. It's so fucking tragic.
Hey, I think that he was ready to get rid of her. He was like, yeah, go homeless, because you know that's going to get rid of a chick. So like, yeah, that's your problem. Go homeless. Get the fuck away from me. I think he always wanted to get rid of her. But you asked, of course. I mean, of course, it should. You asked, does she have a father? Right? And the interesting part is she could have a millionaire father and she wouldn't go to him. You know why? Because then she would have to be accountable.
Oh yeah.
Right. And so at that point, I'd rather be with this nigga that I could give pussy and drama to. I'm not gonna go over there because there's nothing I can give my father besides being a responsible, respectable person. And that's not gonna cut it for me.
And that's literally why I said though. That's why I said though, like she actually needs her father, because what she needs at this particular moment is the help from a man who is not actually trying to fuck her. Because any other deal is gonna come with a weirdness that you're not really ready for.
Hey, but Hood.
So Hood, I get that, right? But the thing is, again, she would rather all those weird deals than the accountability factor of going home to her father.
I get it. She won't take her own medicine. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? And nobody can force her to. That's even worse.
Oh, yes, it can. It's called reality. It's gonna be called Hugger and fucking Cole. Those are the best teachers for poverty. If you don't want to be a poverty, Hugger and Cole will get you up out of there quicker than a hurry.
Hey, you know how Freeman? You know how you said Ranjit gonna make her a deal or whatever in the chat? Like they be fucking them Arab niggas in the stores, bro. Don't sleep on them. Them niggas ain't that Muslim, bro.
Oh yeah.
They make deals. They are in the deal making business. They've been deal makers for 1,000 years. They've been making all kinds of deals like that.
I heard it's real bad in Philly too, and Chicago.
Yo, they look forward to fucking them Arab niggas in the stores. This ain't like, oh, we're doing it because we want to make a deal. This is like, we're doing it because we want to sleep with Arab men.
Oh, the baby with the good hair.
Yep. There you go. There you go.
He goes home to his 3-bedroom house in a nice neighborhood and rubs his feet together under his nice comforter set, his nice sheet set, and watches his 70-inch TV on the wall and twiddles his thumbs together while I'm out in my car in the cold. Talking about he's going to give me a blanket for Christmas so I don't be cold.
I'll tell you, she been in there before. She knows the details of the house, bro. This thing got nice fucking blankets and PlayStations and 70. She measured the TV. She been there before. She scoped that shit out. She been wanting to move. She was probably trying to nest, and he caught her on the low. That's what he knew. Oh, nah, this bitch been trying to sneak in here, leave shit behind, mark her territory. He been trying to get rid of her.
You gonna get you a new bitch for Christmas. I ain't even.
He's like, woo,
that was the whole point.
Sweet.
That was the whole point.
Facts, bro.
Mission accomplished.
Yo, we got to take a look at the most educated class.
Hi, my name is studying Latin American women and visual culture. Yeah. Hi, I'm Melanie. I'm studying the unseen body.
Oh shit! Whoa, shit!
Weird. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Nina, and I study.
Yo, what she got her degree in? High calories.
Yeah.
I'm Joyce. I study decolonial intimacies, indigenous politics of resistance.
Yeah.
I'm Victoria, and I study remembering or forgetting, navigating international conflict through collective memory.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Yvonne, and I study monstrosity, the subaltern practices. Should I say I created it?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? She studied what? Hold on.
Conflict through collective memory.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me take a look at both of these black girls.
Yeah.
I'm Victoria, I studied remembering or forgetting.
She says she studied remembering or forgetting.
Navigating international conflict.
Navigating international conflict or collective memory. And see, this is what kills me, right? She'll swear to God she's smarter than me. Studying some shit that they just made up so she can go to school. Like they literally made up that kind of course so she can have a place in school.
Hey,
But
Dirty,
she's smarter than me.
Happy New Year. And what girls are?
No.
What girls are?
Hold on, Dirty folk. You got to come out the elevator, bro. You having issues.
That's not me, bro. I didn't say a word. Happy that's New York.
All right. That wasn't me. Who was that? Somebody was having issues though. But go ahead, Dirty.
No, I was just saying Happy New Year. I heard y'all talking about girls that sleep with Arabs for flaming hot Cheetos with nacho cheese on it, and I was like,
I didn't even name the price, but you clearly know what's going on behind the counter.
But bro, because I'm international. I go outside, right? So I hang out with the Arabs who told the ones that tell you dumb because you believe in Jesus, and then they taught me something, right? They taught me that most of the Arabs that own the convenience stores, the bodegas as y'all call it on the East Coast, are really the others that are fighting the tiny hats. So when I go in there, they listen to Arabic music and watching Arabic news, and they're like, man, bro, like we the real ones, B. Like you rocking with the ops. And I'd be like, as a gangbang, I respect that, right? But here's the thing. So I'm in there one day. His name is John, but I know his name not John because he Arab, but we call him John, right? So I'm gonna call him Habib though, for practical purposes. So I'm talking to Habib, and he just out the blue. I'm like, yo, let me get a pack of Newport 100s. He was like, yeah, who got the best coochie, black women or Mexican women? I looked at him. I said, Arab women, and he got mad at me. I said, man, why you think you can fuck your girl for flaming hot Cheetos and I can't fuck your girls for 2 tacos, bro? That's not fair. Let's play fair, bro.
Bro, it was this one store I used to go to that was like around the corner from my crib, and it was this one Arab chicken, and she was bad, but I was like, damn. My bad. I was looking at her like, damn, she bad. Don't ever let me catch her outside the store because she always like, I don't know, these niggas are brothers or some shit. You know they gonna always cop block. But I'm like, I catch you outside this store. I'm on you. There's no way in hell I'm not on you. Cause it's not fit. It's not fit.
It's not
y'all
fair.
Niggas be trying to run through our shit and we can't run through. Y'all bitches be freaks too. I want to hear that shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. They got them cheeks too, bro. I know they got a body on them damn burgers and shit like that, bro.
Like I said, don't let me catch this one out the store, bro. Nah, y'all niggas don't play fair. But I get it.
Hey, I did break his balls, bro. But at the same time, he be hooking me up too. I go in that motherfucker. He be like, yo, machine down, bro. You could just have it. You get me next time. Like he cool. Like I was fucked up one day. He gave me $100. Like you good for it. He don't even know my name, where I live. He's like, you good for it, man. So like we good, but bro, you're not gonna tell me you fucking all the black girls for these fucking nachos with ground beef on them, bro. But I can't fuck your sister, bro. You can't tell me that, bro. You know what I mean? But here's the cognitive dissonance, right? And this is what I respect about the Arab man, right? The cognitive dissonance is he has a woman, but you got hoes. The same way that y'all blame everything black women do on white supremacy, they don't see the hoe in a woman. That's why you never see they women. You never see Asian women or Arab women. You only see Asian women in Chinatown. That their daughters work the cash register. They don't work the register in the hood. And you don't see Arab women, period. I've only seen one Arab woman outside of an Arab community in my life, bro. They protect their women because they own them.
Is it protection or do
they own it?
No, listen, protect is a word. I think own is better. I like own way better than protect. Own implies protect and so much more. And so I think own is a better word.
That was the whole sentence. They protect their women because they own their women.
And that's the thing. And I went on a whole diatribe about this a while back when I was talking about this kind of concept between men and women. And I was really like, listen. You got to understand. As a man, if I can't own you, I really can't love you. I won't let myself, because if I can't own you, then like it's only going to create conflict internally that I don't want to have to resolve. And the things that I own, I love, and the things that I love, I protect, and I care for them, and I want them to blossom and be great. But if I can't own you, then I'm not going to invest all that energy into all that other shit because I don't own you. What am I doing that for? That's how it is for men and women, but women don't want to be owned because they think they're special. But, I'd rather you suffer than me own you and then I suffer.
Yeah.
But that's not Black culture. Black culture is baby boy. And when I say baby boy, it's her car, but I want my rims back. I made your car look better. I want my and that's what relationships are. Black men want to be equal with their women. They want to be egalitarian. No, nigga, I own her. I own her. I beat her. Have y'all seen my show?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that can stop me is one of y'all telling me that's a lady. But I own my stuff. Nobody says anything when she beat her
That's a
child.
female, dirty. That's a female.
I don't think you'll ever hear an Arab ever say that's a female. Not in the way, like they'll say that's a female, get her, but they won't say that's a female, stop. No, what are you doing? Like they have a completely opposite approach to that.
Stone her, followed by stone her. But that's what
dead ass, bro. Nah. You know what? Because there was a clip I had played earlier. I'm gonna dig that shit up because it was actually kind of extra, but it does highlight the extremity of it. I'm not even pointing that out as a plus, but that's the extremity of it where it's like, hey man, don't ever overstep. You need to understand what exactly you could be dealing with as one of our women in the West. This is what makes, like, especially white women. This is what makes white women so retarded.
She reported without a hint of trouble for more than an hour.
And what happened then?
Our camera battery went down. And we had to stop for a moment. And suddenly, Baha looks at me. We've got to get out of here. I was told later that they were saying, let's take her pants off. And it's like suddenly, before I even know what's happening, I feel hands grabbing my breasts.
I probably shouldn't even play all of this because 60 Minutes is going to hate me for letting this air. But
fair use.
It's beyond fair use. This is too much. I already know that it's giving a narrative that they don't want to show. But like I said, we all want to own you, but you'd rather be owned by me than one of them. That's all I'm saying. My ownership might come with love. Their ownership will never come with love.
Man, I was gonna say, man, play this shit, use another screen.
I call cap anyway, bro. I call cap. You can't be around me for an hour, nothing happens.
All the cap you want.
And then all of a sudden, come on, I call cap on the way. Because she didn't even witness it. Somebody had to tell her that she was being assaulted.
No. You misheard. You misheard.
No, I heard her say
let me explain.
I heard her first.
Let me explain all of the background of it. And I was saying this the other night. Among a lot of the Arab world, there's a concept, a game. They call it a game. It's called takfir. And forgive me, I don't speak Arabic, so I'm not going to try to pronounce the Arab eloquence of it. But it's called takfir, basically. And the idea is if you can surround a woman with enough men, no one from the outside can really penetrate the crowd. And then people from the outside can't necessarily see what's happening in the middle of the crowd. And so the people in the middle of the crowd can basically do whatever it is they want to do to the woman. And, white girls bleed a lot.
Grabbing my crotch, grabbing me from behind.
I can speak a little bit Arabic.
I mean, it's not, one person and then it stops. It's like one person and another person and another person. They literally just tore my pants to shreds. And then I felt my underwear go. And I remember looking up when my clothes gave way. I remember looking up and seeing them taking pictures with their cell phone. I didn't even know that they were beating me with flagpoles and sticks and things because I couldn't even feel that. Because I think of the sexual assault was all I could feel, was their hands raping me over and over and over again. And that's when I said, okay, it's about staying alive now. I have to just surrender to the sexual assault. What more can they do now? They're inside you everywhere. So the only thing left to fight for was my life.
She got fingered to death. You know what, bro?
Not to death. Not to death. She lived. Okay, so to death is a little bit.
Bro, I've been Arabic my whole life, bro. Cause me in high school, I was notorious. The hallway crowded. The girl I like, Tracy McDaniel. Man, you can't see me. What you say? They huddle around in the crowd. You can't tell who it is. That's me, bro. Freshman year of high school. Shout out to Lynn Bloom. Man, I run through, smack her ass, run down to my class. Yo, I was Arabic this whole time. Fuck this. I wish I could have been Arabic.
But no. Even in telling that story or whatever, it's like that was almost like a 1980s high school movie level of male exuberance or whatever. Like think Porky's or whatever. Like
right.
Boys being boys. Sometimes niggas get a little too much, right? But it wasn't to the level of a pure violent threat. It was just he did a little bit too much. Like I remember, perfect fucking example. You remember The Real World, like the MTV show The Real World?
Yes.
Now there's a girl named Tammy. I think her name is, cute looking, like kind of tall, slim, slightly red bone-ish, blonde hair, and this was like season 1, I think. And I'm saying Tammy because you might have seen her in other reality.
Man, you go all the way back to 94. Damn.
Season 1, right? Because I think it was season 1. It was the first season. Remember, they kicked this little nigga out. I think his name was Mouse.
I didn't get a chance to watch until like about season 4.
I don't remember. I don't know if his name was Mouse, but it was this little tiny, skinny black nigga. They kicked this nigga out, and I remember exactly why. Him and Tammy was having like it was season 2. Yeah, married to Kenny Anderson. You know who I'm talking about, Sir Tice. It was season 2, I guess. So you saying it's season 2? Who knows? Season 1, season 2. Anyway, it was early in the.
Come on, Tammy, off of Love and Hip Hop or
there you go.
That
might be the one. That might be the one. But anyway,
yeah.
Like he was right. Married to Kevin Anderson. He said
Kenny Anderson, yeah, from
Kenny Anderson,
New Jersey.
So look. It was during that season of Love and Hip Hop. They was having some kind of little argument. It was all caught on camera because this is like reality show house.
No, it's Basketball Wives, bro. It's Basketball Wives.
No. I mean, not Black. That was her show, Love and Hip Hop. And I'm sorry, they was having that shit on The Real World. This was back in the 90s. Because remember, The Real World was like the first real reality show, and something or another happened. He like picked her up. I think she had on she know how girls be t-shirt and panties and a scarf and shit. And I think she might have been dressed like that. And they was arguing about something, not a real argument, but it was like play fight type argument.
She was bad as hell.
And he grabbed her, picked her up, and like ran around the house with her over his shoulders, whatever. And it was just this thing where like he kind of was doing a little bit much, but he didn't do anything like overtly extra sexual. Like he didn't try to touch her in any kind of obvious way. He literally picked her up, ran around the house with her on his shoulders or whatever. And that shit turned into this whole big mess. We uncomfortable with you here. You got to get out the house. We can't have you in here with all the women. It turned into this whole thing. I remember that shit because I was young watching it play out, and I was like, damn. He really didn't do extra. Like it wasn't that bad, but it was a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying he didn't do anything wrong. I'm not gonna stand like that, but it wasn't really crazy. But y'all came at him so crazy on this shit, and I was just thinking, like, even in that, right? How far away from that is what we just heard from this lady over in Egypt? Right, that's the difference between American culture and these foreign cultures, right? Like even our going too far isn't going nearly as far as that.
Here's my thing, bro. Because somehow, and you know this hood, well, y'all know this. Somehow I've become
Black Ram 313 for real. Stop. Shout out to Black Ram 313.
What up? What up, Black Ram?
Always chat. Yo, appreciate Black Ram 313 dropping through. That's crazy though. I've been a quiet listener and fan of yours for years now, but shout out to Black Ram, by the way.
Oh, so you secretly love us, Chicago niggas.
Oh man, no, we
hated y'all. No. Beefs about shit. This all good.
No. Look, man, I'm at war with Chicago and Detroit, man. No, shout out to Black
Ram. That's how it is. Beef just happens.
It just happened, bro. Because we go outside.
Right? No, he from Chicago. He just got 313 behind us, and I guess 312 wasn't available. But he's Chicago West Side, K-Town. You know what I'm saying?
All right, K-Town. All right, shout out, man. Shout out to I used to get my fake IDs off Madison and Pulaski. Anyway,
Damn, you too.
Hey, man, I went outside, bro. I could read and I went outside.
I was
looking at the
outside
water.
too.
But look, all right. Back to. I know that on these YouTubery streets, that dirty folks are somehow, some way, I become the voice of domestic violence, and I do not understand why. Right? But through that, I've understood this: that American men, black men being the face of, but American men, because American men only come in white and black. Everybody else has their own culture they brought from their nation, and they had their own town, Chinatown, Greek town, Little Italy. So just white and black men are really American.
Korean town. Don't forget about them.
American men want to be equal to a woman, which means you have to be less than in order to be equal, because girls are dumb and they don't know how to do anything, instead of owning their women. So when I say things like it's my baby or her baby, but it's not our baby, because I'm not fighting for mine. If I got to fight you over mine, then I'm fighting you for real, because it's mine. But if it's not mine, you can have it. But if you charge me for it, I'll kill you. And people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you like that, because it's ownership. Right?
You know, it's so fucking crazy. Like I've lived that logic, and I came to the conclusion, like, if we gotta fight, I want blood, bitch. This not fair. This not fair, man. I want blood.
And that, you feel what I'm saying? Because if I'm fighting, you're telling me you need to fight for who am I gonna fight? I'm fighting her, right? I'm fighting her and the state, right? Because she got backup. So she gang banging. So I can't gang bang? Yes, I can, right? So leave me alone. Just take it. Give it your last name. I say I ain't got no kids. I don't care about it. Fuck it. In 22 years, they can be on the reality show looking for their dad, and I'll be like, yo, let me tell you who your mama really was. I'm cool with it, right? If you're my girl, whoopings, timeouts, take her allowance, right? That's what you do to your children, right? I'm either beat you, I'm gonna throw you in the closet, or I'm gonna subjugate you. That's why I don't want a girl that work or can read, so I can give her an allowance and take it away when I feel like it, when she's not doing her duty. Like as a patriarch.
And she gotta be mute. And she gotta be mute.
Man, that was my grandfather. Shout out to Miss Mary.
That was my dream too, though. Your grandfather was ahead of
he was ahead of the game, bro. I was too young to understand. But my grandfather dated a mute woman, Miss Mary. All she could do, she couldn't talk. She because she didn't have a tongue, right? She couldn't talk. So my grandfather learned sign language just to be with Miss Mary. And when they had an argument, it used to be the funniest stuff. My grandfather just turned his head and closed his eyes, and she'd just be in front of him waving her hands all wild, looking like a 1990s rapper. And my grandfather like, I ain't part of the argument. I can't talk, bitch. Yo, shout out to my granddad. He was a goat. But that's part of the ownership.
That is hilarious. Go ahead.
But that's part of the ownership, because through ownership, I trust my decision to lead ... And if I need counsel, I'll talk to men of the appropriate task and duty in order to get that counsel. I really don't have to listen. I don't have to ask a woman anything. I can't even ask her what she wants to eat, because she knows she's hungry and don't know what food she wants. I don't have to ask a woman anything. I can listen to a woman's suggestions, because they are good at stuff like interior decorating and repetitive tasks, and I can help her do her repetitive task easier, and I have no problem with that. But asking her, like making her part of a real adult conversation, like counting on her for things, like that's not what men do in any other culture outside of America. And that's the culture difference. Everybody else knows they own their women and children. You can't even say women without children. You can't. Women and children first.
Pets included. You know what I'm saying? Men, women, and children, pets. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but you treat your pet like a child, right?
Let me hold on real quick, because I want to get to another clip. Let me get Sir Tyson on the panel before we get to the next clip.
Hey, Happy New Year to you, Mr. Hoodservative. You keeping the movement going against the grain. So I always appreciate that. To my two Chicago brothers, thank you guys for beating them Packers today. I really
yes, I'll take it.
I got to get ready for this Lions game tonight, so I had to come home and make a home cooked meal before I step back out.
Hey, I'm counting y'all going to the Super Bowl, Tyson. I got money on y'all. You know what I'm saying, on FanDuel. Y'all better go to the fucking Super Bowl.
I hope we can fulfill your bet. I just want to add on something that you said, Mr. Hood Conservative, and what Dirty said also about these Arabs, or as we say as a native Detroiter, Arabs. Listen, there's
Oh,
a
y'all
bar.
say Arab in
Yeah,
Detroit? That's what's up.
yeah,
No, we
everybody
do.
say Arab, bro.
I call her BB.
No, we
I
call
think-
them
I think-
Arabs too, bro.
Yeah. I thought
Yeah, we
we
do
invented
too.
that. I thought we invented that slur. Listen, man. You said the little, but well, that's New York term, but we call them party stores. We ain't talking about the bodega or party stores, man. There's a bar I go to that's around the corner from my parents' house. You know, it's one of those hood bars you used to go to when you're young, and it's still there. And it's owned by these Arabs, and they're super cool. You know, I've known them. I've known them since I was gonna say since high school, but that tells you I've been in bars since then, right? But now, real talk. I was there last year, and there was a chick sitting there, and I was trying to holler at her, but I see, you know, she was kind of giving me, you know, when a bitch not really interested in you like that. And I'm like, damn, I'm the livest one in here, you know. All right, but anyway, she started sitting closer to one of the owners who had came out and sat down next to me, talking like, hey, how's Florida and all this. And she sat down closer, whatever. And I'm like, oh, I'm peeping what this is. She's like what you guys both said. She's the chicks that give up a little ass so she don't have to pay for her, you know, Newports or her little whiskey or here. But it's in this bar she don't. And man, next thing I know, bright ass lights. They both went through the back of the kitchen room or whatever. And I'm like, damn. He's that blatant, you know, like he would get up and then maybe she would go like 10 or 15 minutes later. Nope, she followed right behind him and shit, you know. And I'm just giving you guys a recent one that this still happens to this day. And when time to Tammy, I'm landing the plane here. Listen, that I saw Kenny Anderson down here about a year ago, and I actually brought up Tammy. And he was like, don't bring up that bitch. I was like, and he said, that's the worst MF. He said, fine, I had Spinderella. You know, him and Spinderella from Salt and Pepper had a kid too. He said, but that
lucky
bitch
bastard. Damn.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude.
I mean, he was up there back then. You know, it is what it is.
I said, I hate to say this, and I don't hope your kids weren't involved, but when that bitch Tammy got homeless, I did a cheer for that. And he bust out laughing like
wait, Kenny Anderson went to Georgia Tech, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I loved it. Yo, he was a real one. Him and Slash, they was real ones, bro.
Yeah. So when he said, you know what, I'm not gonna comment on it, but he said, I ain't mad at you, whatever. But to your description, Hood Conservative, it was a brother who did that shit, and they was all just playing around. And you know when it came,
that's what I was trying to say. It was a
Right.
long time ago. I can't remember exact details. I just remember he did a little too much, and they just went ham on him.
He was an up and coming comedian too, and it was just innocent. And she was the main one, like a typical one of them. Y'all know that word. The beat.
Yo, was he on what was that comedy
or-
shit they used to have back in the Def Comedy Jam? Was he? He was on Def Comedy Jam, wasn't he?
He may have came on. I can't quite remember his name, but I could find out. But yeah, I just wanted to add that because I remember us all watching that show. I'm a little older than you, so it was like, fuck that bitch, Tammy. That was some bullshit. You know, we were looking at it like that's the only brother on the show too. You know, we saw what they did to Kevin. He's a leftist anyway, so I don't really give a fuck with the guy on the first season. Now this brother, it's like, man, fuck all this TV. But I just want to add that background about the Arabs and Tammy.
Yeah, man, them Arabs.
Yo, I had this clip from Umar I wanted to play real quick because we was talking about all the interracial dating and stuff. I was gonna play this earlier in the show, but I said I'm gonna save it for the panel.
A big difference between the snow bunny and the African queen is the snow bunny will find a black man in progress. She will find him on the job. She will find him on the university. And that snow bunny will see a black man with potential and she will invest in him. She will help him level up. And then when the sister see him 5 years ago, 5 years later, he's a millionaire. And the sister say, look at that sellout. He went and got a white girl. But guess what? When he was looking for a sister to help him level up, to invest in him, none of them wanted it. You know why? Too many black women want a finished product. Black women have to stay with me. Black women have to stop expecting men to be a finished product. It's harder on us. Help him level
But
up.
what-
Stay with me. Help him level up and become what you need him to be. Because the big reason why these snow bunnies are running off with black men is they're meeting them when they have nothing, but they believe in their vision. And black women are waiting for him to cross the finish line. And by the time he crosses the finish line, the snow bunny then snatched him already.
I just
You know, Inspector Umar Collective. You know, he looked like one of them runaway slaves that get caught because he had too much damn day, and he basically, yeah, man. What's up with that hair, bro? What's up with that fucking shit on his damn head?
No, but he's right.
Hey, Dirty. Hold on a second. Let me speak on this because I know you're gonna have a point. But let me
go ahead.
Because this dude clearly listens to the Sphere and is taking my points on this. But here's the thing. Number one, I don't really care about this interracial stuff. And like I said, people should reject Umar just on what he hasn't come through. And I blame Black America for letting him have the voice that he actually has right now, because he should be a pariah. Number two, it's 2024. If y'all got kids, you know, Hood, you got some, or nieces and nephews, these kids don't give a fuck about that shit. Like even us Gen Xers anymore. So you sound like you come into the party with fucking albums, you know, with vinyl.
Vinyls.
Right,
You know, speaking of albums and vinyl, Sir Tice, I'm sorry, I wanted to cut you. I had to cut you off at this point because you sparked the thought that it's something that had been bothering me for a long time, and I've never got a chance to talk about this. And I'm going to kick it to you as soon as I'm done, Tice, but I'm going to put a hot potato in your hand. When was the last time you looked through a family photo album? Like with your physical hands?
2 years ago when I went to my auntie's house and found some old pictures, but not in a while, is my point.
Well, that's also my point too, because I know, like, when I was young, I remember this was a key thing in my grandma's house, and I remember, like, my aunt, her sister was one of my aunts, my grandmother's sister. She had photo albums too, but when I was young, my grandmother had like big, thick binders because they used to sell it like that back in the day. Because we would all have Polaroids, and we would go to the the photo hut, and get pictures printed out and shit. Nowadays, you can print your own pictures, and most people just save pictures on the hard drive, so you don't even have to print them no more. But we would have photo albums, and the reason why you had photo albums is because, one, people had a lot of family members back in the day that you didn't necessarily know of, but you would see them through pictures and you'd learn and ask about them, and you might meet them one day at a reunion or something like that. And then two, that was the medium, right? We just had pictures, and you had to put pictures in a booklet to save them and keep them. So that was the way it was. And I remember...
I got the perfect build when you pass it back to me on that.
I remember after my grandmother died, like, all the photo albums got snatched up and taken by different people, whatever, aunts and shit. But I just now realize that era is gone. And not only is the era gone from a digital sense, like the technology's changed or whatever, but at the same time, the extended family thing is diminished drastically because family units are incredibly smaller than they used to be. And so with smaller,
they don't exist.
And then there's the non-existent nuclear family unit, right? That's a whole different conversation. I really wasn't even bringing that up, but that is also a reality in what I'm saying. That's the thing. You got it, Tice.
This is what the nigga sphere don't understand or whatever. And I can't even talk to the nigga sphere or whatever. Now, paint whoever you think the nigga sphere is. But I'll tell you how true what you said was. We used to have the film was developed like every Sunday we'd be at my grandfather's house or whatever, right? Notice I said it ain't Big Mama's house, it's the grandfather, god damn it.
Thank you.
Thank
you for that.
So we'd be there and it'd be like, oh, they bring in the pictures, a month later after the shits, like you said, you have to go. But that was a big deal, man. Sitting there and watching those things and the family coming together, whereas now people don't even see the whole value of family. Let me tie this back to Umar now, because this is very important. It actually ties into it. Okay, I've promised. I've been on Umar's social media because when he comes to Miami, I'm gonna y'all will see a viral video with he and I. I promise you that. I'm gonna see this dude because number one, He talks. Okay, number one, I can't stand this term snow bunny. No, I'm not caping for white women and all that shit. But if I don't know, if Brad Pitt said jungle bunnies, niggas would have a tizzy. Niggas would have a
You can say
motherfucking
chocolate bunnies. I mean,
yeah. But I'm saying no. I'm
if you
using
say
the term
that,
jungle.
the white girls will love them even more.
Yeah. But the thing is this. They don't help black men do shit. So, like, my cousin has what he would call a snow bunny. Got his master's at 22 while still being a D1 athlete, you know, and all this. Does she help him go over his defensive schemes and protections? No. It's just somebody he found. I'm not using it because of him. I'm just saying this. I do agree with him on they're there with projects and things like that. But hey, sisters can do just that, but to make it like these snow bunnies are breathing wisdom into them, and all, and did he not say African queens? Like, shut the fuck up with this.
He been watching too much the movie Mandingo and watching other men Mandingo.
I was way more upset about African queens than I was Snow Bunny.
Right. Listen,
go
I say
ahead.
one more thing that Mr. O said. Get out of here, you goddamn nigger. You know that's for Mandingo. That's for Mandingo.
Yeah. Hey, I like Mandingo. It's a cool movie. And I don't mind Bunny because I remember when the Playboy Mansion was in Chicago. And my grandfather took me there when I was very small and got me a non-alcoholic drink. And they had the bunny uniform on. It was cool. I'm actually rolling with Umar on this one, which is rare because he got babies by strippers like average niggas. But I gotta roll with him on this. And I understand what Sir Tice is saying about his cousin, right? But I don't think you're saying it in the totality. White women are not phenomenal people because they're white. They just act like women. Black women act like niggas with vaginas. So black women, every other woman, Asian, Latina, whatever, every other woman goes to college to find a husband. Black women go to college so she won't need one. Everybody else graduates with an engagement ring and a graduation gown, and black women graduate with a graduation gown and a baby on her lap. She take the baby and dismiss the marriage. I have something I call zero theory, and if y'all heard my channel, y'all heard it before. It's a very similar to what Umar said. You can have -2 cents, right? You're just trying to get to zero. As a man, zero is positive. You're in the black. You don't have anything, but you don't own anything. You're just trying to get to zero so you can progress from there. Men are just trying to get to zero so they can build. You start off at -0. You start off at a deficit. We all do, unless you come from a silver spoon. We all start at a negative. You got to find a car, find a job. We all start at
real quick. We've been told we ain't shit since we was 8 or 9 years old.
That's when you you're about 11 or 12, because they always want that baby to be smart and handsome until you become smart and handsome, and then you one of them niggas. It's real quick to go from my baby to one of them niggas as soon as you reach puberty. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So when you're at -2 cents, black women will give you a nickel. Now you +3 cents. The problem is because men are loyal to sex and resources, you figure she gave you sex and resources. That's your girl. Because now you up 3 cents. Now you went from not having and I've heard these situations, right? A guy that doesn't have a place to stay to the point that he doesn't even have a state ID so he can get a job. She gave you a place to get an ID. You found a job, whatever the case may be. Every other woman will ride with you till you get $1 because they're all going to leave you. The white girls, the black girls, the green girls, and we all want a green girl. There's nobody in the chat that doesn't want to date a green girl. The black girl, the white girl, the green girl, they'll all leave you. But everybody else will wait till you get $1 and leave with 50 cents. Black girls wait till you get a dime and then try to take 8 cents so they can say they did bad by themselves and have you back at your mama house. The only way, because everybody else feels they deserve better, and black women know that they don't deserve anything. So they need you to have less than nothing, or they don't feel in control of their situation, because what they cannot do is follow instructions, fried chicken, and shut up. So it's the cultural thing. And here's the ill part. The cultural thing isn't even because of the color of the woman. It's because the culture of the man. Black men wanting to love their women instead of own their women is why women talk with clothes on and destroy everybody's lives.
It seems like
hold on
when
before you jump in, Mr. O. I want to make a quick station break. We're gonna actually kill this part of the stream on YouTube, and I'm gonna cut this off and go strictly on Rumble right now. Mr. O, you don't have to do anything. You can keep everything the same as you got it, but we are going
I will.
straight on to now. I'm taking my show to Rumble. So everybody in the chat right now, do yourself a favor, click the link to the Rumble show that I've been posting in the chat. I've been telling you guys we're going to take a portion of the show straight to Rumble, and now is the time. So I appreciate you following me this long, but we are ending this part of the show on YouTube, and we are going straight to Rumble. I will catch you guys later, but shout out to everybody in the Rumble gang. The YouTube show is ending in just a second.